Yo, what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. I'm not going to keep you guys too long for this one. I just didn't feel like making a video for it. But I was reading Sports Illustrated and how it's titled because I'm like this got to be some type of misunderstanding here. Um it said originally I had already did a video on this, so it said former Colorado linebacker says blue chip son mistreated on recruiting visit. And when I first read this, I knew something wasn't right. And now that I go back on his Twitter, he has it so that you can't respond to him. That's how like okay, something is really not right here. What's up, Max Lot? So like I said, Sports Illustrated got this piece saying that a recruit was mistreated during the USC game. And I'm like, how is that so? Something is not right because the kid had a laminate on. He had a pass. He was wearing a pass around his neck. And if a recruit is wearing a pass around his neck, how is it that he gets kicked out? That doesn't make any sense. Um, and it was a recruiting visit. You know how they have recruits up there? And he's saying that, well, the guy, well, not the kid, but the father that used to play linebacker at Colorado, he's saying his son was mistreated and he was treated like a scrub. And he said that nobody has reached out to him to apologize or anything like that. But I find it funny that he cut his comments off so you can't reply to him. And because I had my little cousin, he was when he was being recruited, when you go on visits, especially when you go to a game, they give you a pass that you wear around your neck. And they have all different types of activities for the recruits or whatever. And it's never been a time, because I went with them a few times. There's never been a time where they say, okay, you got to get out. Yes, stay well. I'm getting ready to get into that. You said they are thinking of all kind of ways to discredit Coach Prime. They sent in one of the, you said colonizers have sons. This is all stupid, ratchet games they play. You said my question is what took him so long to say something? Why? Right. That's what I'm going to get to. So there's a lot. Like I said, the devil is busy out here. Um, it's. I'm looking at this on the outside in, and it's obvious that they are really being crafty at their attacks. Um, like I said, I have experience with this. When my little cousin was getting recruited, and there's never been a time when we went to colleges. Me and his dad, we went to colleges with him. There was never a time during games, even after the game, where they say, "Okay, you got to go." They kick you out because you have a pass. They even gave us passes. And if you got a pass around your neck, there's no way. I do not believe that someone in Boulder kicked him out. And you see that picture with him and Coach Prime. You see that picture? And he got the pass around his neck. There's no way they didn't know who he was. There's no way. I don't believe that. I believe that this was a way for them to try to do a sneak attack. That's what I believe. Because he waited until now to do it. Well, he's gonna say, well, I was just replying to another recruit, and he was just wanted to talk about his son experience up there. But it just doesn't make sense that here's another reason why this doesn't make sense. This kid is not just an average recruit, he's a 4-star. He's labeled a 4-star recruit. So everybody at that school know who he is. And his dad played there too. Of course they know who he is. And then he had a laminate around his neck, a pass around his neck during the USC game, I'm assuming. Um, Even if he didn't have the pass around his neck, all he had to do was take it out and say, "Look, this is who I am," or whatever. And I highly doubt that they would have kicked this kid out. I highly doubt it. And he's a 4-star. I highly doubt that. I don't know who put that. I don't know who allegedly paid this man to come out and do this, but it didn't work because on his Twitter, let me go back here. Let me go back to, all right. On his Twitter, Antoine Jones. So he said, my son Marco was invited to Boulder for the USC game, and he loved it. 4-star linebacker, son of an alum, unreal game experience. All was gravy until they kicked Marco out of the recruiting area after the game and said they didn't know who he was. Marco explained who he was, and they said he wasn't on the list and was asked to leave. You kicked my son and his coach out the facility and didn't care that they traveled from California. And he added CU Buffs football. I know it's busy in Boulder with all the cool things happening, but no, you treated a true blue chipper and the son of a CU Buff like a scrub. I'm sad because Marco would have been a great Buff, but the Buffs don't know who he is. I'm a huge supporter of, and then he added Deion Sanders, and I love what he's doing with the program. I'm going to support all the recruits that come to CU. It's too bad that Marco won't be one of them. This one must have slipped under the cracks. And then he hashtagged Skull Buffs, shoulder to shoulder, and hashtag on to the next. Then somebody said here, there's a couple things that's not lining up about this issue. Just or a pass, so security, fans, staff members, etc., could identify them. So it seems like this matter could have been handled differently than coming on the internet to expose a mistake security made. And then Antoine Jones replied again. He said, really, a month goes by with no apology, and I'm supposed to let that ride? Recruits do wear badges, and he had his on. See, this is where it doesn't make any sense, because if he had his badge on, they know why he has his badge on, and it would have been no need to kick him out. There was a he said there were post-game activities that he was supposed to be a part of according to their invite. My son didn't invite himself. He wasn't on the he wasn't on the list and got kicked out like a scrub. When his coach spoke to the staffer to straighten it out, they refused to call anyone for clarification. How would you handle that? You got to ask for a manager. They dropped the ball and never apologized to my son. So here I am. What else did he say? Then someone replied, so they kicked him out and he was wearing a recruit lanyard? LOL. He said yes. And then someone said it sounds like a communication issue more than a malicious action. And then he replied and said that I didn't think it was malicious either, but it was if it was a mistake, where is my bad? That's my issue. Where is the my bad? Where is the my bad? Like, he wanted them to say my bad, like it was a mistake. And that's pretty much all he said right there. And then someone added Coach Prime again. And then somebody was saying that, Oklahoma would take him because he's being recruited by quite a number of colleges here. And he will not let anybody reply to this post he made. So that's why I said it's something up with that, because he won't even let people reply now. So I'm just taking it as this was just a goofy situation that they made up to try to make Coach Prime look bad. That's all it was. It didn't work though, because people are like, wait a minute, if he got a laminate on, if he have a pass, there's no way they kicked him out. There's no way they kicked him out. Um, you said I don't put it past other school that's recruiting. Right, this thing is gonna get crazy because I'm gonna tell you this. Coach Prime is in contention to have all the recruits. You know, he has access to the recruits too to recruit them. It's not like when he was at Jackson State. Now he's at the Power Five level, so he is also competing with these other schools for these recruits. So it's quite funny that this story comes out. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't. It's nothing to this story. This was made up. This is made up. There's no way because okay, let's just say if that did happen, then that's on the recruiting staff. Whoever is on the recruiting staff, they dropped the ball here. If that did happen, it's not on Coach Prime. It's on the recruiting staff. Because when we went to see schools and stuff, we didn't meet with the head coach first. We met with the head coach last. That was the last thing we did before during the activities. We went and met with the head coach afterwards. But we did all the activities and stuff. When they got him to the hotel, they had different things for him, you know, like the school shirts, and they had a jersey for him, sweatpants, all types of paraphernalia from the school. Then they had someone pick us up, you know, different things like that. And we went to a game one time, and it was never a time, even after the game, they had the recruits all together. They had them all in one section. And then whatever other activities they had after the game, that's how it works. And that's how it worked with all the schools. It didn't matter if it was a small school or a big school. They had a point of contact. Like when you get there, they have someone from the recruiting staff. They have someone to come meet you. So you got a point of contact, and they give you a pass. You know, that's for the games and everything else. So there's no way they would say, "Oh, you're not on the list." Even if you have a what do you call it? If you have a pass, they would double check it. You know, it's no way that this happened. And the reason why it's funny style is because he got it where you can't reply to him. So it's funny style. It's like they put this out for a reason. I'm telling you, man, it's cutthroat. I do know that much. Recruiting is cutthroat, especially when we're seeing what he doing with the school right now and how he go about, you know, being a head coach. He's going to be competing with a lot of big programs. And it's just crazy how silly this story. ESPN, it's like they covering all types of stuff to try to. They throw little nuggets out there to like throw shade or whatever. This is ESPN, man. But to my knowledge, he hasn't done an interview with anyone or anything like that. And he hasn't said so far that anybody from the school has reached out to him. If I'm a betting man, somebody did reach out to him, especially if he was on a recruiting list. I'm pretty sure somebody probably, especially if they were recruiting him, pretty sure somebody reached out to him. So I don't know what this guy. What else are they going to come up with? It's crazy. What's good, Big Worm? What's going on with you? But yeah, man, that's what I wanted to say about that. It's just a funny style story. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for one bit. So it's crazy how it grew legs though, because the original post, it had a lot of eyes on it, but it wasn't a lot of replies because people just like, this a funny story. I replied and said it was clickbait. So maybe he blocked me because I said, oh, this is clickbait. I think after that, now all of a sudden I can't reply. So maybe that's what he did. But I was like, man, this is clickbait, man. This is fake news, man. I wanted to say, I was going to reply and say it was fake news. You said Coach Prime will have a top-notch recruiting class this year. I'm pretty sure he will. He also said that they've been getting a lot of calls from recruits and stuff like that more than ever before. So he's not worried in that department as far as recruits. You said I heard it was fake news and somebody used that fake Twitter app to make the graphic up. Yeah, man, it got to be fake news. But no, his that guy Twitter account, that's not fake. His Twitter account is not fake. He actually did play for the school. That's not fake. But but you know, you can do a lot of things with Photoshop. You can. You can do a lot of things with Photoshop. You said El Negro, he believes anything negative. Yeah, he don't like nothing about the program. He don't. Yeah, this is fake news, man. I had to call it. It's fake news. But you see, the outlets are not gonna come back and say it's fake news. They're not saying that, even though they report somebody like ESPN reported this, and they didn't even think it looked funny. You can just look at it from the for face value and say this is not right. But ESPN went and reported it anyway. You said you heard they are trying to get him to reclassify so he can be in Colorado next year learning under Shador. Who is that? Oh, oh, you talking about Antoine Hill Jr. They trying to get him to reclassify? Wait, so he can graduate early? Now, I wouldn't even think he would address the situation. It's nothing really to address because it just doesn't make any sense. And it's not for him, it's his recruiting staff to address it. Like he got a recruiting staff for a reason. Oh, they want him to try to graduate early? Yeah. I know a few people have done that in the past. A friend of mine did that because when I was a senior, I could have graduated early because I only had 2 classes to take, and I could have took those 2 classes in the summer, and then my senior year, I could have just graduated that summer, and then I wouldn't have to come back for my senior year. That's what some players do as well, and then they just go straight to college and start working out. Um, you know who did that? Notorious. Aaron Hernandez. You know Aaron Hernandez, he had a notorious case and all that. He's no longer he passed away. But when he went to the University of Florida, he did that. He had already graduated. So he was a year ahead. So yeah, some people do that. Um, and then, because it's a possibility. So right now he's considered a junior, right? In high school, it depends on how old, what is it? It depends on how old you are, right? Or how many, if you can graduate, you can come next year. I don't know how that works. But I know a friend of mine, he had already graduated and he was already 18. So he just went to school and he made good with it too. He got his master's and all that because he graduated when he was supposed to be a sophomore in college, and then he went on and got his master's. Yeah, if you have enough credits, you can graduate in December. That's correct. Yeah, so what if he probably will go to summer school like this summer coming up? Actually, he will be graduate. No, it'll happen. They'll probably want him for that spring session, right? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You said the comments were turned off due to Coach Prawn's popularity and the numerous of negative comments. that came pouring in. He probably couldn't handle all the smoke. Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, man, it happens. Social media has a way of regulating things. That's one thing about social media. You have a lot of trolls, right? But if something is not right, the people will regulate it. If something is not right, you got to be careful what you say on social media because it can come back to you. And it'll self-regulate itself. Like this situation self-regulated itself. We all know if something's not right. If the kid had a pass on, they wouldn't have kicked him out. And he's a 4-star. There's no way. Okay, so you said he's 17 right now. Okay, so where are we at? We're in October. All right, so October, November, December, January. Yeah, he got time. If he's 17 right now and he got enough credits to graduate, if he got enough credits to graduate early, yeah, he'll be there next year. He'll be there a year early. Ain't that something? That can happen. That'll be awesome because he'll get a year backing up Shador. And that'll be a plus. The kid is 6'5" too. And he'll probably grow even more. I don't know. I was looking, but I just want to end with this story real quick, and then we talk about something else. My final impressions on this story right here is it didn't have to happen. It was made up, man. That's just until he comes with some receipts. On social media, we're receipt driven. We want some proof. We don't want just your word. I mean, do you got cell phone footage of him getting kicked out? Because everybody got a cell phone. Let's see it. Do you have any receipts of any correspondence from the school? Did they apologize? Let's see it. Because if this really did happen, the school apologized. You know what I mean? But it didn't happen. Now, if it was a situation where a guard kicked them out, then that's going to be on that guard. Then they got to go to him. The recruiting will have to go to him and say, "Why'd you do that? This kid had a pass on. He was with us." So I don't think that happened. Fake news. That's my final verdict. Fake news, ESPN. But nice try, though. Nice try. Yeah, I could have graduated early too, Sir Ken, but I decided to take those 2 classes because I wanted to graduate with my people. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing, what I was going to do, the reason why I did that, because I was going to go into the military. Because I had did all we had like a somewhat of like a ROTC at our high school, but it was off site. And I was going to go into the military. But you know why I didn't go into the military? I was supposed to go into the military, man. I was close. I was at the last, I was going to make the decision. I decided not to. Girlfriend I had at the time, she didn't want me to go. She said she had a nightmare about me going. Because I was like, damn, we not at war or nothing. She was like, no. You're going to be at war. I had a dream about it. And damn, she probably would have been right because I probably would have been at war. I probably would have been, especially if I had stayed long enough. I probably would have seen combat. I'm pretty sure of it. But I was gonna get into communications. I was into communications, and I was gonna do that. But I decided not to. But that was my whole plan. I was like, all right, I'm gonna finish up these classes, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and do my time, and then get out, and then go to college for free on their dime. That was my whole point. But I decided to go another route. So I didn't go into the military. I did do the college route thing, but you're young and stuff, and I wanted to work. I didn't finish. I went back late. And I was like a full-fledged adult when I went back. So I kind of breezed through it. I was like, damn, college is easy. I just kind of breathe. I like, damn, you could take all these classes. Like I was taking the max amount of credits, the max every semester, the max. And I finished early. It was like, damn, this is easy. I didn't go back because I'm like, man, I'm not trying to take no loans. But yeah, for these kids now, being that, because I know I have another cousin where when he graduated high school, he already had his sophomore credits already. He already had an associate's. He was taking a bunch of AP classes and he already had his credits already. He had his 100 and some whatever it was credits, so that when he get to college, when he's a player, he's a freshman, but in class he's a junior. So he was doing that. And he wound up getting a master's out of the deal by the time he finished his eligibility. He got all of that on their dime. That was a plus. So football, I like how these students, because you see it under Coach Prime right now, the athletes, Rock, he's getting ready to graduate. They really use it to their advantage. They take their credits, and that's what I like about it. Go, graduate studies, and make the most of your opportunity. And I like that he's doing that. He's getting ready to graduate. So I think Shador will be the same way. He'll be graduated by next year, even though he'll be a junior. Excuse me, no, he'll be a senior. So he's probably, he probably getting ready to graduate. Well, no, he'll graduate next year. But I was thinking about his brother, Shiloh. He already graduated. And he's coming back for his last year eligibility. And he should be completing his master's by the time he get out of there. So that's a huge plus that these kids are doing. Back when I was playing in high school, man, I remember we went on a recruiting visit one time. And with my boy, we went on a recruiting visit. I ain't gonna say what college, because they wind up taking this dude. Because back then, you could kind of, they regulate it now. I don't think you would hear about this anymore, about college players taking fake classes. I don't think you hear about that no more. Remember they had a situation at the University of North Carolina where players were taking like fake classes and whatnot, just getting credits. Oh, Shador, yeah, Shador is graduating in spring. Yeah, I figure he'll get out of there and graduate before he get out of there. Yeah, I figure he will. Those are some smart kids. He got some smart kids. But yeah, but I remember we went on this recruiting visit. I ain't gonna say the college, it's in New Jersey. But this kid that was there, he could barely fucking read, yo. And I'm like, how is it possible to not be able to read? Can you imagine not being able to read? I don't see how that's possible. But he's like, yeah. We was like, well, what are your options if you get hurt? Like if football, if you don't, he's I'm going to the NFL. That's my option. That's what he told us. I said, well, okay. I didn't really say, because he a big dude. I ain't really, wanted to piss him off. But I was like, what happens if football don't work out or you get hurt? He said he ain't got no other option. It's just football of the streets. It's like, wow, that's crazy. I'm like, damn, but you getting a scholarship though. Why don't you take advantage of it and just get the free education? But he couldn't read really though. I'm like, how did they pass him through high school? My boy was like, they just passed him because he can play. And I remember when I went to high school, right? It was this one cat, he can play football really good. Man, they just passed him, yo. They just passed him. They sure did. They just passed him. We were sitting up in English class one time, and you know how the teacher called on you to read. It was a literature class. We was sitting there reading, right? And she picked on him. No, she kind of want no, she picked on him. Man, oh man. Anytime when you got to get all the way down in the book with your index finger, like it's a problem. So then I was like, man, you put your glasses on, yo. He said, I don't wear glasses. I said, you might want to get some. He said, no, I got perfect vision. I said, oh, okay. He reading at a first grade level. That's what it was. And the reason why that happens is because when you're good at something like this is how it was back in the day. It's not like that too much no more because these schools don't crack down and got strict. So you got to pass your aptitude test. You know, you have to pass. But that's why a lot of kids go JUCO. You said Jaquez have a finance degree from Bama, right? See, that's what I'm talking about. These kids are smart, man. These are not like the players back in the day. I'm not saying all players back in the day did this. Not all of them. There was only a minority few. Like when I say minority few, only a small few that were really good that they passed along. Now, here's a legend. I don't know how true this is, but I've been hearing this a lot throughout the years. Michael Irvin, he had went to Jimmy Johnson. Now, this is unofficial. He went to Jimmy Johnson about some classes. He said, son, if you want education, you should have went to Harvard. But you here to play football. Ain't that crazy? If you want to education, you should have went to Harvard. But you here to play football, son. Don't worry about them classes. That's how it was back in the day. If you was a real good football player, they're not going to let you sit because of grades. They're not going to let you sit. They don't give a damn if you can hardly read. What happens if you get an endorsement and you got to read something for a commercial? You know, I remember my teacher said to me, this is back in grammar school. She said, the only thing you need to get is math and reading and comprehension. She told us that. And everything else you got to learn on your own. Because, you know, she said the classroom, it extends further than here in the classroom. You got to you're a student for the rest of your life. But she said that you need math so nobody won't cheat you out of your money. You need comprehension so nobody won't trick you, and then you be good to go. And then Dexter Manley. I was gonna mention him, but I wasn't gonna mention. But now that you mention him, dude, Dexter Manley, he was one of them that they just passed. But see, Dexter Manley was really good, right? But I think he could like barely read, right? He was like reading on a fourth grade level or something like that. No, Michael Irvin is smart, but he was worried about his studies. You see what I'm saying? But back then, they didn't give a damn about your studies. But obviously, Michael Irvin did care about his studies. No, that it wasn't Michael Irvin. It was the coaches. Yeah, Dexter Manley. I don't know, but yeah, he had a problem with reading. And there was another player that couldn't read at all, right? And went through 4 years of college and then went to the NFL. He couldn't read at all. I forget his name. And then they had a scandal at the University of North Carolina back in the day. This was back when Julius Peppers were there. When he was at North Carolina, they had something where these players were taking not fake courses, but you know, like courses where you just have to write a paper, you pass, stuff like that. But yeah, it's but you don't have that problem under Coach Prime. He really stresses education, and it shows because even at Jackson State, a lot of them graduated. A lot of them graduated under his watch for the little time that he was there. But yeah, that education is important. Just so that, because see, one thing about I was I remember because I used to be a tutor, and I had all different types of hustles. I used to tutor. I used to tutor up at the college, and I remember somebody was saying to me, as a freshman, "What do I need algebra and geometry? And I'm never going to use this shit." I said, "Yes, you are." And they was like, "No, I'm not going to use it." I said, "Yes, you are going to use it. You just don't know it." And it was like, "Explain it." I said, "The reason why you have to learn the mechanics of math is because it helps you think. It helps you think in a structured way. That's why." And the more and more you read and the more you study, it's going to be hard for somebody to finagle you out of money, because you're going to have that common sense. You're going to know how to think. That's why. That's what I tell, because I used to mentor as well. That's what I used to tell the kids when I mentor. I used to mentor years ago. I used to tell them, you want to think in a certain way, in a logical way, in a structured way, so that nobody could take advantage of you. That's one way. That's why you need education. And obviously, education goes far beyond that, right? Because there's certain things in school that they didn't teach us. That it's up to you to continue to learn. So that's why I was like stressing that. I said, you're supposed to love. I said, math is not hard, especially if you got the right teacher. If you know what to do, it's not hard. But it's just to help you. It's just to help you think in a certain way. And yeah, so that's what I used to say. Because a lot of these players that I see now, like a Travis Hunter or Shiloh, Shador, and Shane Coates, a few, a host of others on that team as well. They're taking advantage of their opportunity to get this free education, and a lot of them going to be graduating early. I love it. Shane is a graduate student, came from Dartmouth. That's the Ivy League. But here's the thing about NFL. I remember there's a guy that used to play at Florida State. Um, his name is Myron Rolle. When Myron Rolle was at Florida State, he was a standout defensive player, right? He was a starter. He was a standout. And he was also a Rhodes Scholar. And they were getting ready for a major bowl game, but he had to go to England for an event for the Rhodes Scholars. Actually had to be at Oxford. And did you know a lot of the NFL teams in his meeting, his interview, they were questioning his dedication to the game because he was into education. Isn't that crazy? You would think that they would want that type of caliber of player, but they were questioning him, even though he still got drafted. But he stopped playing football and he went to medical school, and now he's a surgeon. So you have a lot of on the flip side of that, you have a lot of bright football players. DeBrickashaw Ferguson was one of them. He played for the New York Jets, of course, but he went to University of Virginia, and you hear him talk, he sound like a doctor. Yeah, Myron Rolle still went pro, but he cut it short to go back to medical school and finish up his medical studies, and now he's a surgeon. But I think you can do both. You can focus on your education and still play football at the highest level. You just ain't gonna have no time. You ain't gonna have much of a social life, but you can still do it. You can still do it and still have a high GPA and all that stuff. Or sometimes school just come easy to people. Yeah, he's a doctor now, Dr. Roll. But sometimes school come easy to people, because I remember I'm back in school. I'm like, damn, this is easy. I used to, I had this one class where they give you the syllabus and you can complete your assignments early, but you just couldn't hand it in. Man, I completed them assignments, boop, 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 By the time the break came, I had all the stuff done. I just had to hand it in. Easy. And I can just play. I would just like do whatever at that point. You said Dobbs, Arizona Cardinals quarterback, is an engineer. Yeah, you got a lot of smart football players. But then you got some that football is their only option. You still have some out there. But I like, you know, what Coach Prime is doing as far as the education, stressing education. Because you hear him talking, so you better be getting them studies, or you ain't gonna play. Because you fail, you ain't gonna play. He said if you get a failure, that means you ain't gonna help me out if you don't care about your studies. I remember he used to say that. Yeah, Robert Smith as well. He left the Vikings to go pursue his doctorate, right? You know, I seen him on a plane one time. I never forget it. I was where was I at? Where was I coming from? I was coming from Chicago. No, I was headed to Chicago. They had a continuing studies for the lab I worked at the time. And I was out there they gave me like what do you call it? Yeah, it was in Chicago. I saw him. And we were waiting in the same line. I never forget that. And we were talking. He was talking to a bunch of people, but he would, just making small talk. He said, "You look like you play football." I just laughed at him. I said, "Not like you though." And we just laughed or whatever. But a few people on the plane knew who he was. But yeah, when I was in high school and stuff, I knew a few players that they just passed him along, man. They just passed him along. I remember we had this class. It was the hardest class I had in it was physics. The hardest, it was like a extra course you could take. And some of us just took it, whatever. We like, well, I'm gonna get a C in this class. Like, what you gonna get in this class, And this dude got an A. I said, there's no way he got an A in this class, yo. There's no way. They gave him an A, man. And unfortunately, I hate to talk bad about somebody, but unfortunately, now as we're adults, that didn't benefit him not one bit because he's in the streets. Been locked up multiple times, and I felt like the school system let him down. That's what I felt like. He said, "So what happened just came in?" Yeah, we already covered it. I think it's fake news, CJ. This whole situation, or it could have been a huge misunderstanding, but it ain't Coach Prime's fault. So I'll just leave it at that. If anything, it's the recruiter's fault. The recruiters, if this really did happen, but I don't think so. But his father really did play for the school though. That's his picture right there. He really did. He's in law enforcement now. He works in law enforcement. So I don't know. You know what? He don't have a reason to lie. He works in law enforcement. But the only thing I could say is a big misunderstanding. Oh, you don't have to watch the replay, CJ. I'm gonna tell you right here. You ain't gotta watch the replay. We were just kicking it in here, really. Basically, only thing I can say what happened. He said that his son went up there for the USC game, and he had a pass on, like you see around his neck right there. And after the game, someone told him he had to leave. And someone said to him on Twitter, "Well, did he have the pass around his neck?" He said, "Yes, he did." And they told him he still had to leave. And I'm kind of like, how is that possible? And he's a recruit. And he was invited there. It wasn't that he just walked up on his own. He was invited. So how is that possible? It don't seem right. Unless he was showing out during the game. That's the only other thing I could think of. Were you sitting up there laughing after they lost? What happened? You know? where you're sitting up there laughing and they probably got salty. Like, but I don't think that will happen. They got to be professional. Yeah, he was invited. And like I said, his dad is in law enforcement. So it'll look bad if he lying, and you sitting up there a whole cop. So I don't know. You said that's not what did the article say? I'm just paraphrasing, but fill us in what the article said, Panda Bear. What did the article say? Yeah, I don't see him doing that type of thing either. You said the article said he was not in. No, he said he was invited. His dad said he was invited. Now, if he wasn't invited, then I could see that. I can see them telling him he got to leave if he wasn't invited. But his dad said he was invited because he was there with his coach. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Even if he wasn't invited, it still doesn't make sense. It still doesn't make sense, even if he wasn't invited. He's a 4-star. I don't give a damn. Let me tell you something. If I'm a recruiter and he just fell in my lap like that, no, he ain't going nowhere. He gonna stay with us. I'm like, okay, well, I would do some research real quick. Okay, this is who you are. Oh, your dad played here. Okay, what, you a 4-star? Okay, well, you with us now. You with us. Come, we gonna, let me get you a little laminate to put around your neck, and you with us. So I still don't believe that. I still don't believe that, because even if he wasn't invited, he's still invited. I don't give a damn. His dad played there. No, CJ, his dad. Let y'all see it, man. Hold on. Oh man. Let me let you see it. Even I don't know if you could see it, but all right. I don't know if you could see it, but I'm gonna let you see if I could make it bigger. Yeah, if he wasn't on the list, that means that I don't know, man. His dad said he was invited though. So I don't know. Like I said, like I just thought, I know the story don't sound right. And hold up, for those that just coming in, for those that's been here for a while, you already know what I said, right? So I don't have to go over this again. I really don't. I already said my piece on it, that it doesn't make any sense. So I don't have to keep going over it. So that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go over it again, but I'm gonna show you something. Hold on. I already told you my piece on it. So I'm not agreeing with the dad. So I'm just letting you know that for the record. I'm not agreeing with him. I'm not agreeing with them. For sure I'm not. But here, let me show you. You see that? He said my son at Marco Jones was invited. He said that. That's what he said. That's what Antoine Jones said. That's what I'm saying. So he the one said that he was invited. Okay. Now, and you see he added CU Buffs football. He added them. He also added Deion Sanders, Coach Prime. So this is what his dad said. Now the son didn't say anything on Twitter. His father's the one talking. Okay, and you see where he says CU Buffs. He said, you treated a true blue chipper of a son of a CU Buffs like a scrub. He's saying all of this. Okay. But he also, you can't reply to him. He got it to where you can't reply to him now. So yeah, he said that. So I'm just repeating what he said. And I also said earlier that it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't care if he wasn't invited. If he's a 4-star athlete, he is invited. If I know he's there. If I know he's there, yeah, now he's invited. I would like, all right, now I'm gonna put you on the list real quick. So I don't believe all that. Yeah, he had a pass. He claims that he had a pass. This is what his dad is saying, not the kid. His dad said he had a pass. His dad said he had a pass around his neck. His dad said that. You said the boy could have done something wrong. I don't know. What I mean, after the game, after they lost, he's sitting up there laughing. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But let me tell you something real quick. Even if he wasn't invited, okay, if I find out we got a 4-star that just fell in our lap, oh no, now he's invited. Now he's invited because I might not get his services, but at least he can join us in the festivities, right? The festivities to get to know him. But we might not land his services because it might be Oklahoma, because I know Oklahoma is recruiting them and a few other big colleges, right? So we might not even get his services, but at least show him some hospitality. So, and then also his dad played there. So, you know, but I don't know. That's just me. Oh, I'm going. Oh, listen, Jasmine. Oh, please believe. Wait a minute. Yo, I'm fucking tripping, dog. Guys, I'm tripping. I thought today was Thursday. Oh, shoot. I gotta let what's her name know. Guys, you know it's been a long week for me, yo. I thought today was Thursday. That means I got to I gotta pick what's her name up from the airport tomorrow. Why ain't this girl call me? I gotta pick my niece up from the airport. And she said, you gotta pick me up. Because she sent me a text. I'm like, what you mean I gotta pick you up tomorrow? I ain't gotta pick you up tomorrow. It's today Thursday. Oh my God, y'all. God, I'm showing my age. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm showing my age, y'all. Lord knows I need a drink. Lord knows. I gotta pick this girl up. I'm like, why can't you get an Uber? But this is her first year, and she completed this her first little stint in college. So she came home for the weekend. So I'm gonna have to go pick her up. Her mother gotta work. I gotta go pick her up. So I gotta when is her flight getting? I think it's around noon. So that means I get up there about 11 something. All right. Oh, yeah, but please best believe I'm gonna go live tomorrow after the game. Yes, I am. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. And you know what? I should have known it was you know, I should have known. I should have known it was Friday because I left my desk early. I said, y'all have a good weekend. I said that. Y'all have a good week. Yeah, they don't work me, man. Listen, I'm in the science field and we finally got a break, but for the past few weeks, man, I've been working like my name Toby. They hate when I say that too. I'm like, man, I'm like Toby, man. I'm getting old I'm too old for this. They be like, you ain't old. One of my old co-workers, I had met up with her for lunch. She said, you ain't old. You don't even have no gray hair. I started laughing. She said, what's so funny? I said, I should have stocking just for men. I should. See, I don't just buy one box. I got a whole supply over here. I got a whole supply just for men. And we shared a laugh that was hilarious. Um, you said, but like Kunta Kinte. I know. Like I'm Toby over here. Tomorrow after the game, right? They should be all right. What y'all think? So let's get into that because this fake news right here. Come on, ain't no way in the hell that kid got kicked out like this and he a 4-star. Come on now. It ain't, but here's the thing though. It ain't like Coach Prime ain't gonna be getting some 5-stars up in there. So it really don't at this point. It's water under the bridge. So let's move on. It's water under the bridge. Oh, shout out to Juju Mitchell. Ray Lewis talked to him. Coach Prime called Ray Lewis up and had Ray Lewis talk to that kid, man. He had Ray Lewis talk to him, and then when Juju was talking about it, you see how his eyes lit up. Let me tell you what that did to him. For Coach Prime, and he said Coach Prime really cares about, his players. When Coach Prime did that and called Ray Lewis, and he said he could tell that Ray Lewis was in the mountains riding his bike at the time, but he took time to talk to me. That means he called his homie up and like, look, you need to talk to this kid. He do got NFL potential. I don't want him to waste it. So you need to talk to him. Man, I love to hear that, man. You said no, he didn't. It was just yeah, that's what I was just saying. It could have been just a misunderstanding or it didn't happen. Things like it happens, whatever. It's water under the bridge now. But Ray Lewis talked to Juju Mitchell. That's what he said. He was biking in the mountains or something. I don't know what he was doing. But he took time to talk to Juju Mitchell about something. Coach Prime set that up. And you could see how Juju Mitchell eyes lit up when he was talking about it. So that changed his whole perspective. I know it did. You mean to tell me you got these Hall of Famers telling you that you have potential? Oh, yeah, that's enough to change you right there. That's enough. I don't know what was said to him, but I bet you he'd be playing this weekend. No, oh May, I was trying to understand what you were saying. I know it was directed at everybody, but I read comments too. I read everybody's comments, We ain't that big over here where I can't read everybody's comments. I read every single one, but I was just reading it out loud to try to understand it. And I think we all know it was it's a misunderstanding. But even if let's water under the bridge, You said, can we stop the run? Panda Bear, what? Can we stop? Of course we can stop the run. Of course. Of course we can stop the run. Of course we can stop the run. Let me tell this girl I'm gonna be at the airport. Let me see here. I think her mother was listening, talking about he don't even know if it's Thursday or Friday. Hold on a second. You see how people be ear hustling on me? Hold on. All right, cool. We got it straightened out. Do I like moving Trevor to linebacker? Hell, he can play linebacker. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You heard what Coach Prime said. We need him on the field because he, to help the team out. So yeah, man, as long as he on that field. Where I mean, he could play safety and that. It's just wherever they need him, wherever his needs are at the time. And shout out to him for being versatile like that. And that goes back to, remember how they said players left the team and stuff, and players were told to leave. Most players left on their own. And you see the players that stayed there, they're getting burned right now. And let me tell you something, I guarantee you, if Chance Main had stayed, he would have played, yo. He just didn't know that. We could have used him out there. But he decided to, do what's best for him, so it's all good. I just wish we had Rock out there. But, we got to wait till next season. Or maybe the bowl game. I don't know. I would like to see him play at least once. Damn. The NCAA be tripping. Isn't it something with that though? If it's an unfit, like I don't know how they can talk to recruits to just showing up like that. Maybe that's a situation too, folks. You know how if it's a situation where he just invited himself, then isn't it some rules to that? So maybe they were watching out for the best interest of the club. So I don't know. Because I find it hard to believe if the kid was invited for him, they told him he can't stay. I don't know about all that. But anyway, you said did you eat your fish today, brother? Did I eat my fish? What are you talking about? Did I eat my fish? Oh, brain food? No, I didn't have any fish today. No, I'm good. I just been busy. I've been busy, man, like none other. I wear so many hats. And then I'm getting my niece, I'm getting her page, her social media together, right? Because she's an athlete. So I'm getting her social media together and trying to figure out what we're gonna do with that, get her videos together. I gotta edit her videos and stuff like that. I'm like, kid, you don't know how to edit videos? I thought these kids know everything about all this stuff. She don't be on the internet like that. Ain't that something? I'm like, damn, that's a plus. You don't be on the internet like that. I said to her mother, she not even on TikTok. She's like, nah. She got it, but she don't be on it. I said, that's a plus that she ain't on it. But she do be playing that video game though. She be on that mind, whatever you call it, whatever that game that the kids be playing. What's that game the kids be playing? Is it Minecraft? Yeah, she be on that. She be on that to the wee hours of the morning. That's what she be on. Them kids in that Minecraft. I can't get into that. I can't get into that Minecraft stuff. I'm too old for that. I can't get into it. But we trying to put her profile together because she got a profile on not Rivals. I can't remember what website you call what it is for basketball. But yeah, she's a baller. And she played lacrosse too. And volleyball. I'm like, damn. Girl play everything. So we got to get her profile together. So I'm gonna be working on that to sometime this weekend. Get that together. She talking about she want to go to get this. Talking about she want to go to Oregon. Yeah, Max Preps. Thank you, Representative. She got a Max Preps account. She want to go to Oregon. I said, Oregon. I said, why don't you check out up there with Colorado? She said, I'll visit. I'll visit. But I want to go there. I said, because of the uniform and all that. She just like it for some reason. She gonna take some visits pretty soon. Like, it's not like it was when I was in high school. They track these kids from when they're young. They be tracking these kids. They be tracking them, and if you're good, they know who you are. If you got any kind of talent, they know who you are already. That's crazy. These recruiters don't be playing around. So Max Preps, and I think she gonna grow, man. She's lanky. I think she's gonna be really tall. So, but yeah, man. Yeah, Oregon. Well, a guy that went to her high school, he plays at Oregon. He played at Colorado. He was one of the guys that left Colorado and went to Oregon. She played for his school. They went to the same high school. What's his name? Nico Reed. I was like, Nico Reed go to Oregon, right? She said, yeah, I know. I was like, he was at Colorado. She said, I know. Yeah, well, he's at Oregon now. So she like Oregon. I'm like, damn, Oregon. Let's see. I'm gonna try to see how she can get on up to Boulder. Watch. That'll give me a reason to go up there. Yeah, you said back in the day you had to be all state. No, well, she was she did make she didn't make all state, but she made an honorable mention. She already did. She was a freshman that made that. Yep. But yeah, back in the day with us when we were coming up, you had to, it's all. I mean, when I was coming, it was like all politics too. And then you got to be able to make your grade too, to get eligible to go to these schools. I knew a lot of guys, they had to go JUCO, man. That was hilarious. And I know this one kid's like, yeah, I'm about to go JUCO, you know what I'm saying, for a year. So you didn't pass your SATs, huh? He didn't think that was funny. I said, you ain't passed them SATs, huh? You ain't passed them SATs. I told you to take them SAT prep classes. That's all you had to do. But that cost though, but take the SAT prep. But yeah, a lot of people got to go JUCO to get their grades up, which I understand, you know. Hey man, JUCO is to get your grades up. Get your grades up and then transfer. I know a lot of people had to go JUCO route. Vincenti's, whatever you call that college. I know a couple of players that had to go there to play basketball. It's Vicini's, Vicente, whatever you call it. They had to go there, man. You had to go to JUCO to get them grades up and then go wherever you was supposed to go. Yeah, them grades are important. Yeah, there's a lot of talent in JUCO. That's a lot of talent. There's a couple of reasons why people go to JUCO. One, for grades. You want to get your grades up. Or you might have been at a high school that didn't get much attention, right? And you want to go there to improve on your technique and skills and stuff like that. So you might want to go the JUCO route. So there's a couple of reasons why people go to JUCO. It doesn't mean that you're not good. Sometimes you could have been on a high school that sucked, right? And you didn't get much attention. And you might have got some schools, right? But you didn't like those schools. So it's best to go to JUCO, and ball out and then get some attention that way, or walk on. It'll give you opportunity to walk on where you want to go. I know another friend of mine, his son, he's gonna move to Oklahoma. I can't remember where he going. He going JUCO, and it was just because his school sucked. But he don't suck though. But his school did, and he didn't go. His father didn't. They couldn't afford to send him to the camps, so he couldn't go to the camps and stuff like that. But this dude is good though. He's good. Cam Newton went JUCO. Well, he originally started out at Florida. He was backing up. What's the Jesus dude name? All into Jesus. What's his name? He was there when what's his name was there. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And then he got in a little trouble at Florida. Yeah, Tim Tebow. He was backing up Tim Tebow. Then he got in trouble. And then he had to go the JUCO route. And then he went to Auburn. That's what happened. And then he went on ahead and won the Heisman Trophy. Yeah, he was backing up Tim Tebow. And like I said, he said something about laptops. I don't know what happened. And then he got in trouble. And they kicked him out. And then he went JUCO. So it's a lot of reasons why people go JUCO. It ain't bad. Sometimes you just have to go that route. Now, I have another friend. He went the JUCO route, but then after JUCO, he went to a small college in New Jersey. Did he go to William Patterson? Yeah, he went to William Patterson. And did you know to this day in the NBA, he is the oldest rookie in NBA history. He was on the Detroit Pistons team with that very infamous game with Ron Artest called the Malice in the Palace. He was on that team that year. His name is Horace Jenkins. He's the oldest rookie in NBA history. It wasn't Sabonis. The people like, I think it's Sabonis. No, it wasn't Arvydas Sabonis. It was him. It was not. Yeah, it wasn't Arvydas Sabonis. He beat him out, I believe. I believe he beat out Arvydas Sabonis. Because Arvydas Sabonis was playing in Europe all those years, and then he came to the NBA, to Portland. But yeah, he's the oldest rookie in NBA history. And yep, he was on that team, the Malice in the Palace. You said they did a story about him. Yeah, they did a story about Horace Jenkins. And then after he played with the, because Joe Dumars was the one that discovered him. And he's like, you know what? This kid can actually play. So let's give him a contract. So they gave him a 7-day contract, and then that 7-day they're turning to 2 weeks, and the next thing you know, he played for the whole year. Now, during the Malice in the Palace game, he was hurt, so he was in street clothes. And then after that, he went on to play and have a good career in Europe. Then he played in Italy, he played in Tel Aviv. I think he played about 3 years in Israel, and then Italy. I believe he played in Spain. So yeah, he had a pretty decent career. Now he trains people now. He has his own business training kids and stuff, getting them prepared for college. So that's what he do now. I haven't talked to him in a while, but yeah. And I had another friend I went to grammar school with. He played for St. Anthony's. You know, St. Anthony's is a powerhouse in New Jersey. And he went on to play college ball. Now he's a agent now. He's an agent for a lot of the women basketball players. His son play at Virginia Tech right now. He's number one. He wear the number one jersey. Last name Lovett. But back then, it was kind of like more politics and stuff. You had to go to camps. If you don't go to the camps and stuff, they don't know who you are really. But the recruiting has gotten better. They know who you are now. If you could be at a suck school, and if you got any kind of talent, they gonna find you. Now they could recommend you go JUCO route, just if you got grade issues, but they will follow you though. They will follow you. So that's the deal with that. And then you got all these websites now, Max Preps, and you can do a lot to help yourself now, putting your videos up there. That's why I'm gonna edit her videos and stuff. You could put your videos up there, let them see what you're doing. They follow you that way. I believe she's at a Nike school though. Their school is sponsored by Nike, I believe. So that helps. But yeah, man, if you're good, they will find you, especially in football. They will find you. One of my coworkers, her son, this is hilarious. She told me the story, right? Now I knew he was going to play football, but she didn't know that. Like he played little league and stuff like that, right? And he was playing in his middle school team, right? But he didn't have a helmet to fit him. That's how big he is. And I said, he ain't got a helmet to fit him. I said, how big is your son now? She said, well, none of the helmets fit him. She said, we had to go to the store to get him some pads because they ain't have pads to fit him. I'm like, how big is this kid? Right. And I saw him. I said, oh, hell no. He playing football. I said, because he a freshman. I said, when he get there, the coach is going to want him to play football. So she was like, well, how can I get him a helmet? I said, this is what you do. What high school he going to? She told me. I said, call the coach up and tell her your situation and tell her that he's going to that school, and then he'll have you come in. So that's what happened. He had her come in or whatever. She was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'll pay you. We just need a helmet. And he took one look at her son, and he was like, is he playing here? She said, I guess so. I don't know. He said, yes, he is playing here. He said, not only he can have a helmet, I'm gonna show him around. This kid is a prototype offensive lineman. Like, I don't know what she was feeding him. To this day, I don't know what she feeding this kid. This a grown ass man. I'm like, yo, are you sure he graduating 8th grade? Or is he like graduating high school? She said, no, he graduated 8th grade. Man, listen, he damn near the size of Rock, yo. Like, he's like a skinnier version of the Rock, yo. The Rock, Rock, Tyler Brown. And I was like, what the fuck? What are you feeding this kid? She was like, he didn't know he was going to play football. He don't know if the coach is going to like him. I said, bullshit. I said, he is not going to survive high school without getting harassed. He's going to play football. And the next thing you know, the coach took him under his wing. He said, yeah, son, this is where you're going to be playing at. Let me show you the locker room. We just redid our locker rooms. And he's having a pretty good year so far. He hasn't allowed a sack yet. She told me about it. She's like, what does that mean when he doesn't give up a sack? I said, that's good. Tell him to keep doing that. That's good. And he's starting too. Ain't that something? Straight out of grammar school, he's starting on varsity already. I think he's 6'3". He's close to 300. No, he's close to 300 pounds, and he's 6'3". And it's not like a fat 300 pounds. He's like solid. You know what I'm saying? Yep, he grew since like I've seen him last. He's now 6'3". So yeah, man. She was like, yeah, the coach, he's starting and he hasn't given up a sack. I said, you damn right. He ain't giving up no sacks. He the biggest one out there. Actually, they got another kid, another high school. He's a senior. He's bigger than him. But yeah, 9th grade. He's in 9th grade. He just this is freshman year. They're Nigerian. He's born here, but his parents are Nigerian. He's first generation here, born here. He is solid as hell. No, he's not Husky 300. He's a solid 300. He doesn't look like he's 300 pounds. He's athletic, but he's 6'3". But I'm telling you, man, that I was like, yo, it ain't no way that coach ain't gonna let him play, yo. There's no way. So yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, I told him they gonna put him on that offensive line. That's where he's going. He's on the offensive line. Yep. I believe he's playing right tackle or left tackle. One of them. I can't remember. Yeah, African, man. He's solid 300. Yo, Christian Okoye, man. He loves it. And he loves it. He was like, because he's a freshman, he said the underclassmen, they took him under their wing. And, he loves it or whatnot. Yeah, the coach was like, because I told her, I was like, what school he going to? She told me. I said, why don't you call the coach up and see if he can borrow one of the helmets? As soon as he got a good look at him, he was like, oh, hell no. He playing with us. But yeah, man. So I told y'all like that was a good thing with Ray Lewis talking to Jawan Mitchell. That was pretty dope that Ray Lewis did that. I don't know what he talked to him about, but he probably, gave him some tips and pointers and stuff like that. See, that's the benefit of having Coach Prime there. He call his friends up. Like, hey, talk to this kid real quick, man, because he ain't listening to me. He'll listen to you though. Talk to him real quick. So that's awesome. I would love to see Kermani get some more burn tomorrow, which I'm pretty sure he probably will. He'll probably just imagine that he get to see some burn against UCLA. That'll be awesome. Him to play in the Rose Bowl, that'll be awesome. Yeah, Ray pep talks is different. He said, look here, son, don't give your opportunity away. You understand me? Don't give your opportunity away. You understand me, son? Oh, he's on first team? Well, yeah, he's going to be playing in the Rose Bowl tomorrow. Go ahead, Kermani. He looked like he has grown since he's been there. He looked like he about 6'3". Yeah, Kermani was like, I'm getting some burn tomorrow. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna be working hard in practice. He's like, they ain't gonna deny me. And imagine he do well tomorrow. Imagine that. He gets some picks tomorrow and just shut it down. Oh, he playing for the rest of the year. Yeah, he has been on them weights too, right? You could tell. Yeah, man. Coach Prime is bringing him along right at the right time. You know, he was patient. You know, we ain't gonna rush you. We ain't gonna throw you into the wolves, son. We're gonna bring you along. Travis been helping him out. Travis gonna turn him into a complete dog because Travis is on him. He don't took him under his wing. So we gonna have another dog because Travis. Travis is different. I don't think we ever seen a player like him to play that many snaps. I mean, Champ Bailey did play a lot of snaps, but not like that. Not like that. Yeah, he's only 19. He's gonna get way bigger. Is he 19? I thought he was 18. But yeah, he definitely gonna grow. He ain't, he's gonna mature. We're gonna have to play a lot of taller DBs. So yeah, that might work, Sir Ken, because he is tall. They're gonna need his length. Absolutely. You said you started filling out at 19. Yeah, everybody is different. I started filling out when I was about 19. You saying Cam playing safety? Oh shit. Well, you already know Cam could play. You said some recruiters look at ACT scores over grades. Well, you got to pass your ACT or SATs. You got to pass that. I hope it's his breakout game, y'all. He's ready. He's ready. I could tell, man. He looked different too. You see, when he was addressing the team, he looked bigger. He looked different. Looked like he got taller. Yeah, I was skinny too, CJ. Not too. No, actually, I wasn't skinny. Actually, I was one. No, I wasn't. No, I was like 180, 185. You said 15 should be ready. Yeah, these players. I'm beginning to think that he was holding some players into the right time, and now he's just going to unleash them all. Now that's what he's going to do. I said that's what he's been doing the whole time. And also with McCaskill, I begin to realize that you can't just push him too much. You gotta wait. You gotta be patient with him because he has the burden of this kid's career. This kid has a long career ahead of him. So you don't want to rush him back, right? And he got a whole career ahead of him. So Coach Prime had that burden. So I understand it now. I understand why he did it. And yeah, he might be playing chess with everybody because I'm telling you right now, there ain't no reason why they can't finish 9-3. I know people think I'm crazy, but he got something up his sleeve, man. You say you don't think so? It's academic or lack of film time, whatever it is. I think the kids know now. Like if okay, I ain't getting no playing time, and he want me to be in the film, I'm gonna be in the film room. That's a no brainer. I'm just gonna be in the film room if that's gonna get me on the field. You need to be in the film room anyway to study these tendencies and stuff. So it's a win-win situation. Come on, Steve. He don't play checkers, man. He got a gold jacket, sir. Speaking of chess, man, I got my tail whooped online yesterday. I play on chess.com. I was having a bad streak last night. I don't know what it was. I should have got off. I was having a bad streak. I tried another opening. and I didn't quite know that opening. Oh my God, man, this person had their way with me. And I'm super competitive, right? I hate to be that way, but I wanna be great at it, right? And I got humbled. I got some humble pie last night. This girl tore me up. Yes, she did. And you know what she did afterwards? Because we were chatting. She said, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. Don't worry, don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. She said, I'm gonna help you. I said, oh shit. She said, you did a lot of you were sloppy in your mid game. You were very sloppy. You were very sloppy. You know, your opening was fine, but your mid game was just very sloppy and uneducated. She was sitting there talking trash to me. What's my favorite opening? Well, if I'm playing Black Kings Indian, White Roy Lopez, or the French opening. This is the first year though that I've been studying, because before I haven't been studying. See, that's what I told her. She said, "No, no, no, you've been studying." She said, "No, you've been studying." I said, "Because see, at first we were just chatting on the typing with each other, and then she got my Instagram. We were, you know how on Instagram you can call each other." So we were playing like that. She was like, you've been you know the theory. You do. Don't act like you don't. You know the theory because you were trying to protect that middle board. You were trying to protect it, but you got exposed. Okay, you tried to be aggressive with me, and she said, I got you, but don't worry about it. Yeah, she tore me, yo. But I'm gonna tell you something. The last game we drew. I got a draw out of her ass. I did. She said, "Yeah, but you didn't win, but I gave you the draw." Yeah, I gave you the draw. God, she was talking crack trash to me. She was talking trash, man. That's all right. And then I had this kid beat me the night before last. I think he was like 10 years old or something like that. Lord have mercy. Yeah, 10-year-old. Yep. I might show some videos of me playing in New York, man. This one guy, it wasn't what's his name? Russian Paul. I got a video with him. He was sitting there talking trash to me, man. And I played this other guy, right? He was like, do you want to play with the clock? I said, don't play me, yo. Put the clock on, yo. Don't play me. He said, because we can play without the clock if you don't. Because we played one game with the clock. And then the second game, he was like, we don't have to play with the clock, just to let you know. I was like, what are you talking about? Put that clock on, man. We playing with the clock. He said, you want 10? I was like, put it on 5 minutes, man. And stop playing me. That was a funny video because I recorded it. That was hilarious. But I have another YouTube page, right? With my chess videos. It is hilarious. Cause then you ever see somebody that just go berserk playing chess? You know how like when you play Call of Duty, what you call that? You go what do you call it when you raging? You rage out? I be raging, yo. I raged in this one game. I ain't gonna share that page with y'all. I'm not doing it. You just gonna have to find me. I'm not sharing it because I don't want y'all to sit up here and clown me. You know what I'm saying? But I was just sitting up there raging. No, I didn't rage quit. I resigned. I rage resigned. I guess that's like quitting, right? Yeah, man. But yeah, last night she was like, Your mid game was sloppy. You try something different. You need to stick with the basics. That's what you need to do. I was like, whatever, yo, whatever. Yeah, same thing, right? Resign. Man. But I like chess though. But yeah, tomorrow, what y'all think the score is gonna be? If anybody want to come on, be my guest. Let me just hit the link here. Yeah, Panda Bear. I rage quit, man. I hit resign. I was like, I'm done. And then I get back on, right? And the same person is waiting for me. I was like, whatever, man. Let me try it one more time. What's the score tomorrow, y'all? What's the score? Let me give you my score. 24-12. That's right. Buffaloes. Oh, damn, Big Worm. CU 42, UCLA 21. That's what's up. Listen, if it's 42-21 tomorrow, that changes the whole dynamic of everything. Everything, the whole dynamic changes now. If they beat them 42-21. Okay, we got what's up, Thomas L.
What's good, man? What's up, y'all? What's up, man?
Oh yeah, man. How you doing, man?
You know, it's all bro. You know, I see you drop the link. You know, I'm gonna come holler at you real quick.
Oh yeah. Anytime y'all want me to drop the link, just say it. Just like drop the link. Stop
Oh,
playing, Max. You don't talk long enough. Drop the link.
exactly. But you know, I was saying that because last time, I was in here and I was chatting last time you went live, and I was saying I was gonna come up, but I messed around and dozed.
Oh yeah.
I knocked out.
Anytime you want me to drop the link, just say drop the link. Y'all
Oh yeah,
know
for
that
sure,
already. Just drop the link and I'll
for
drop.
sure,
Sometime I forget.
for sure. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game though tomorrow, though, man. I think it's gonna be like I really see a really good game. I don't, some people say 10 point. I do see it 40, like 40, 49, maybe something like that. You know what I
Man, that's
mean?
a high score.
It's gonna be because I see a lot of field goals and like everything being played tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like truthfully, because they kind of match up similar. You know,
Yeah.
offensively and defensively. You know, I've been watching a lot of. You know, I haven't been keeping up with USC, but since throughout the week I've been watching a lot of the prior games and like they do got a couple good edge rushers, but I don't see too much to where I don't think they'll overpower CU. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
certain positions, I see they could pretty much outmatch most of the team they playing. It's just utilizing those matchups. That's going to be, you know, the strategic thing to do. They got to see where it's at quick. And like this lineup this week, and so like how you were saying earlier about the chess piece, like yeah, because I mean, you got an injury reserve already, so you know you gotta move strategically. Then you want to get these guys in ready peak season, so they can be ready for a bowl push, and then get ready for the bowl game. So yeah, you've been moving people around right. I see like the defense we seen at the beginning of the year. It's gonna be really different at the end of the year because you know wait till you like I'm saying like okay he doing like how I was thinking put Craig at the top, put Shallow on the bottom of him, got Carmani and Trav. Then you put Travis J on Travis Hunter's side. Then you got Slusher on Carmani's side. I like how they put Woods at backer. I mean, I like Bentley, but not really. I put Juju right there. That is crazy defense. You can run a 3-4. They ran a lot of three pressure like against Stanford, against ASU. They've been trying to run the three down. They're not trying to go forward too much, but they want to run that, you know, that end look. But I think they want to move more towards that 3-4 because if you peep what Kelly was doing like the last 2 weeks, he was moving the defense to a 3-4 look, and they was just stunting like they was hiding their stunts better and they was twisting down low and they were getting it right how they were supposed to and they was confusing the offenses all that better. So I see him moving that because you're gonna have to do that. And if he does that, like he get all them boys all on the field at the same time, that's a lot of coverage because all them people can cover, tackle, and make plays. And this defense got a chance to really look good, man. I'm telling you, like, and then on the offensive side, you got Savion, then you built the tackle, throughout Savion's, absence. So yeah, man, you move that guy who's playing, I forget his name, 77, you can move him inside the guard and beat that lineup and power your right side and get busy. So yeah,
Right.
man, it's gonna be a really good game tomorrow. I think they're gonna be prepared, And I see everybody say, like, I don't say it to TCU, man, because these boys wasn't really beating. Like, a bad team, Max. You see a team, these boys suck. They can't even get 5 yards because they got the ball and they can't get it. This team, they get the ball, it could be 100 yards. You got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? They could do it, and to see them get it between their ears and play with smarts, like again, so much instead of so much their talent and like how they perform, physically. That other side they get, man, you looking. I'll say it here first. You looking at Alabama right now. Just they don't know they bound. It's like, see, Prime seeing these players. So you got like how you say, like we all get eyes for whatever we into. Like as we older. I'm in my 40s. You in your 40s. Older
Right.
people. You start to gain the eye. You see so many people do it. You can
Right.
actually see like, oh my God, I've seen this before. You start
Right.
to recognize that, right? So Prime recognized that with a lot of these, but most of the team. But see, the thing is to get them to believe in themselves and what Prime's seeing. Because I'm seeing what Prime's seeing, and I'm not doubting this team for nothing. Everybody, they go, this next year. I don't really see like the next 5 teams. They got mediocre teams, like not mediocre skill level teams, but I mean like the players within the team. Who's the leader? Who's their all-star? Who's the like playmaker? Who they got a few people who are capable, but to have those standouts, you got a lot of those on CU. And like when you really see like what Prime sees and what I'm seeing too, and when they get it how they supposed to get it textbook Sabi wise, and it's gonna be, man, they can play with anybody. I would love to see. We would probably see Oregon them in a bowl game, but I would like to see like a power SEC team against the Buffs in like one of these bowl games. And they about to have a bowl game tomorrow because they about to make the Rose Bowl. It's about to be like the real Rose Bowl.
Man, if they keep playing like this, like if they win this game, and let's just say if they do win out and be 9-3, they're in a bowl game. They're in a respectable bowl game.
Right. I think they're being one this off with the 6 because they talking about the Cotton Bowl and all the other. They're not gonna be in the little like the off brand bowls. They're gonna be in something heavy. So they won't be.
Yeah.
They won't Cotton Bowl. Yeah, but they want them there. I mean, who knows? We're talking about the Rose Bowl is a little different, but
Yeah, because they're selling out anywhere they go. They sold out this game here.
right.
And it's the Rose Bowl. It's a lot of people gonna be. They sold it out. So they just imagine, because I heard that these bowl executives, they get to pick whoever they want to be in their bowl game.
Right.
So they might want to say, you know what? Let's look at Colorado because they're going to sell out. These tickets going to be outrageous. So let's invite them. I could see that happening.
Of course, man. At the end of college football, you want to see they want to have the most ratings. I guarantee you, they'll rather put them in the Natty before anybody who make it to the Natty just because they gonna bring in ratings. Could you imagine this game tomorrow bring in more ratings than the Natty? Gotta be great. Like, so yeah, but like, of course, it's not gonna happen. But yeah, the executives they want CU in a lot of these games, man. It's and then like what's going on behind it, the recruiting, future players coming in, man, it's about to be something else. And like I see like how what really struck me. I'm not gonna bring that up, keep on topic, but like when this really gets to going, like how I don't know how you say your niece was thinking about playing or something. You was talking about the niece earlier, I think I heard something. And then she's a freshman, right? So in a couple years, You don't have to ask her to go. She's the one that want. Like this thing is no. There's no stopping. Like the media behind this, the press behind this, the success behind all that stuff will see you. Like it's about to get pretty big, man. I'm like, I'm already like, man, I'm getting my son up there. That's 6 years. He's only 12. He's 13 next year. He got 5 years to go. So, man, hopefully Prime's still there. He big already, so I already know he gonna be something. He like his mom pretty big too. His mom like 6'2", I'm 6'5", so he already pretty big out there. He like 5'10" already. He 12, so I'm like, yeah, but just people like me thinking like that, and people already want to then the elites, and then all of this and that. Then this had a little ruckus with an alumni son, I heard. But I mean, I
Yeah.
get it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
They mistaken or mistaken identity, or they couldn't properly identify him. Things moving fast. It could happen. They're trying
Right.
to rush people out the stadium, so stuff could happen. But unfortunately, that did. But like that's the intensity of it. So
Right.
it's not going nowhere. It's going to be like, and then look what's happening. Like, remember how the Lakers were killing when SC was killing? Who's killing right now in basketball? Like Hollywood, like who are the world champs now? Denver's a champ. I'm from the Bay. Let's go Warriors. But Cal Berkeley ain't gonna. I mean, I was born right across the street, but I ain't never really. I went to college, so it's different for me being like a college fan. Like I like colleges that gave me letters and like people who kind of like talked to me when I was in high school. Got a little different for me. But like you see what's going on in Denver, man. It got nothing but up from here. You got the Denver Nuggets balling out right now. Then you about to have CU going crazy. Don't let the Broncos do something crazy this year and make the playoffs. It's a lot of tension going on up there. So you're gonna have a lot of options. People going to be around that. And look at us. We talking about it. I mean, I'll talk about it. If Pine would have went to pretty much anywhere. Pretty much, I started following him again. Sounds like Jackson State, but it's just the intensity behind all this is going to bring everything. It's not going nowhere. Bowl games are going to be not a problem for this team for the future, for the next, I would say next 5 to 10 years for sure. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
definitely. Next year there ain't gonna be no problems.
Right. They're
Yep.
gonna be knocking people out of the bowl games next year.
Yep.
That's what they're gonna be doing. Knock them out of here. Boo them out.
Right on time too, because you remember when he was at Jackson State, the first year he was there, the COVID year, it was abbreviated, and then the second year he had them rolling.
Right.
Yep.
That
He brought in more people, and he finally got it right, and they were rolling.
Right. He
And
rolling
then
now.
last year he was there, they went undefeated in the regular season.
Right. He won like 2 awards and left, right?
Yep.
That's how you can't knock Prime, man. He just knocking down. Hey, every year he win an award, man. You can't hate, man. Hey,
You can't hate on him.
But this year, I think he really get the. I was saying it too, cause he never really had a chance to sit down and coach. We gonna really get to see, like, he's not a free agent no more. He really about to have a franchise to really get behind and push and settle. And how he got this team going, and how he moving pieces. He getting the O lineman here, he getting 3D lineman here, he getting a 6'5" quarterback. That quarterback gonna be about 6'5", 230. Cause he's built exactly how I was built in 10th grade. 16, I was like, when I was 15, I was 6'3", like 200. Then I turned up 16 or 15. 15, I was 6'3", 200. 16, I hit 6'5", and then didn't stop green. I didn't get no taller than that, but I was like 215. Then my 11th grade year, like 220, and my senior year, like 235. And that's how he gonna get.
They were saying that they were hoping that he graduate early and meet the team next year while Shador's there.
He can. He can do a tutorial. He can take extra classes, but just let him grow. Like it's no need for that. Shador there. He could watch Shador. He could learn high school first.
Right.
Let him go through his growing pains in high school, so he could be
Yeah,
more
it's no
accustomed.
need to rush him. Right.
Right. He too. You know what I mean? You could teach them. I mean, I get it. They want to make it like a club thing, like they do soccer. Like that should be football. Should be done like that. It should be real football clubs here in America, like that they do with soccer in Europe. But
yeah, how they do in Europe, right? It's kind of like that a little bit. Like
right. It's morphing itself into that because it's necessary.
Yeah, it is, because I see how they treating these players in Pop Warner and I mean middle school,
Right.
and then once they get to high school, you're any good. They already know already.
Right. It's
Yep.
already that preteen awareness, and then already that lead teenager thing. I already got it. It's the same thing. It's just the people. It's more independent than how it's more franchise over there. Over here, you got to get Pop Warner. You got to go to drill camps. You got to go to training camps. You got to go to the games early. They 5, 6, 7 years old, 8 years old. Because I seen a couple Pop Warner games out here in LA. They 10-year-olds playing like they pros. I'm like, oh my god, they how old? This is like a pro game. Like
Yeah.
in the future of football, like the awareness and the ability is about to just explode because the practice and the training is about to get put in. If I got to play football when I was like contact when I was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, instead of like playing flag here and there and like not really having drill camps and defensive camps and this and that, man, that's like a thing right now. It's like you ain't got your child in training camp. What are you doing? Like that's like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's necessary. So it's morphing itself into that. You know what I'm saying? But with with Hill, I'll let him chill, man. You know, he's still young. You could tell because I was built just like that. I'm like, damn, look just like me. I'm like, man, because I was slim like that. I didn't blow up till I was 21. Like it took me to my second year in college to really get big. Like my body didn't really like I was still like even when I went there at 230, I was like the muscle didn't really start coming the first year like it did. The second year, then I just started putting on weight. And then I got like 256, like
Yeah,
256, 260.
I could see Travis getting a little bigger too.
Travis Hunter about to get real big. He about to put muscle weight on. So he about to really put on a lot of power. So he gonna get like NFL size. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like he gonna be
definitely.
he lean and muscle, you know what I'm saying?
Lean
Same
him
thing
up,
with
right?
right. The same thing with Carmani. They both young. Same thing with Dylan. Dylan about to turn into like a little Hulk out there. He lean when they you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I played, seen, worked out, let my body get big, let it go down, I'm getting big again. So yeah, them dudes go, they young and they got a lot of growing. A lot of growing. They're not gonna really grow. You don't really grow until you like 21 anyway, as a man. You know what I mean?
Right.
You still growing as a little young man or a little not boy, I wouldn't say boy, but as a young man until you about 20. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
So
remember what's his name? He had a really big growth spurt. What's his
that
name? LaMelo
AD.
Ball.
Oh, LaMelo Ball and Anthony Davis. Anthony too. AD when didn't he go? Didn't AD go in? I think he went in some year at 6'3" and came out 6'10" or something like that. When
Yeah,
Anthony
he
Davis,
did that. And what's his name? The one that just everybody was talking about his sexuality here lately. What's his name?
Superman, A. Howard.
Yeah, when he was he had a growth spurt. He was like, there's a picture of him and Kobe and all these other players, and like they was like a freshman in high school. He was like 5'7" or 5'8", and within a couple years, he was like 6'9". Within a couple years,
Right.
he had a extreme growth spurt.
Right. It's mainly if you start to really keep straight, like especially like, well, they say we don't stop till we 24, right? 21, 24, 18 is like a puberty like thing kicking in, but like we don't really stop growing like till like
Yeah,
23,
we don't
24.
never stop. Well, I grow wider.
Well, yeah, if you talk about that kind of growing too, but like they young man, 19, they teenagers. You know what I'm saying? They're not
Yeah,
even adult age to say like you don't really get a lot of that. I was wondering too, like man, I'm like, what's up, man? Like in high school, I don't know. It was just like I was hefty looking, but I didn't really look like I was like what I weighed because I was tall and I still look slim and like especially if you tall and long, it take longer to put weight on and muscle. But like them guys, man, they're all gonna get huge. Like even Shador about to get bigger. He's about to put on another 10, 15 pounds this year, next year. Come in about 230, 220. If he get about 225, he'll be right. 6'2", 225, he'll be right. And then Trey get about 190. 198, around there, 195. They go them DBs get 195. They're gonna be smacking hard. That's the typical size: 6'1", 190, 189, 190, 195. Maybe 205. You gotta keep your speed though. But like I said, the team is like they're gonna be pretty big, man. They got and the future of the team is like they all returning mostly a lot of skilled players that can really play on a lot of good size. So then people they got coming in half size that's gonna get this team's going to be huge. Like, if you're looking at a Bama-like team in a minute, I'm telling you, I can see it. I can already see it. They about to look like that tomorrow. They could do it tomorrow. It's just, are they willing to do that personnel? You could just beat that whole defense up and the whole back line, and just leave Coates out, Cokes out there to hold the A gaps, and you could rotate the ends to keep the pressure up, and then just run that 3-4
Right.
package, and just keep playing with them big bodies, because you got people that's big. Travis J, he about right. Travis J can cover and he big. Like, he's not big, but he got, college size. You know what I'm saying? He can cover, he got speed. Trevor Woods the same way. Juju the same way. Kermani the same way. Craig, he got good size for free safety.
Yeah, they got a lot of potential, man. They
Right.
do.
They do. I mean, to cover and skill, like that's gonna help them really beat other teams, because they got playmakers on offense and defense, and they just gotta know the assignment. You know what I mean? And like this week, I think it's gonna be a better game, because the rest of them getting so involved. And like, it's crazy that week they screwed CU. They screwed the whole football, like college and NFL. The refs is calling crazy. Did you see the plays being called last week? I'm like, they do that when they so blatantly, and I don't think the refs gonna really bother with it too much this game, because they didn't made it. They didn't make their point, because they didn't want. If you ask me, just off our politics of football, they didn't want CU to have a season where Prime came in there with a bunch of like HBCU players and JC players and be super disciplined, because that defeats the whole purpose of labeling them HBCU and junior college, because the narrative of HBCU players and junior college players are not only that they might not be talented enough, is that they're undisciplined. That's why they didn't make it to college. That's why they didn't make it to a D1 school. So to have that look, and he was doing it, I was like, come on, keep doing it, Brian. Keep doing it, Brian. Because the first 3 games, he had them boys playing flawless. And they was like, oh no, they were like, oh my God, they're playing so disciplined. We didn't expect them to play this way. They're supposed to be HBCU there. That's why they didn't come to D1, because they're undisciplined. They're a bunch of thugs. They keep saying this shit about them, right? And that's why, because that's the whole theory behind college football. It's either if you end up at a JC or you end up at a HBCU, of course, your grades or your talent, or you was this undisciplined, or you was like going through, street problems, or they don't like picking up people like that. You got caught with a sack of weed. Oh, you going to an HBCU. Oh, you got a criminal record. Oh, they might not mess with you unless you like super, super all-star top 10 player in the country. But like they'll flag you for little stuff like that. Oh, he talks back to the coach too much. He's playing at HBCU, or he's going to your college. So we do there. He's like those players. They throw in those arenas. So he was destroying that whole image. So he still is with winning with them already. They can't like the more he wins with them, it's like let's go, because even though people are criticizing and they're critiquing a lot of the coaching, we're overlooking what's going on. You know what I'm saying? What's really going on is that he is going out there and being successful with a team that the entire
he put together.
Right, not just put together, but okay, 40% is transfer from junior college, bro, and then the other 40 is HBCUs, and then you got a couple freshmen that was ranked top in the country. Okay, so you got a bunch of players, bro, that ain't even supposed to, bro, not even know how to play on this level, let alone win. You see what I'm saying? So him and his whole campaign towards showing that these players, if they're coached right, and the coaching is the problem, not the players, they could play at this level. If the coaching is there, that's his campaign. They don't want that. And that's what he's proven. He's proven that he could take a bunch of so-called undisciplined players that can't win football games and come to a D1 league and dominate. That's what they don't want, and he's still doing it. And they're working, and then he getting them to work together. It's supposed to be like Bad News Bears,
right? And it's not.
And it's not. we're not seeing that, and people are probably like, "What's bad news bears?" Like, watch the watch the
Yeah,
movie
the
Bad
bad
News.
news bears. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So when it's not looking like that, right? They gotta force the hand, right? Or they gotta put their hand in the pot. So I hope they don't do that, too much this week. Let them play, because obviously, it's noticeable, because it is. Because I was watching the Oregon game, right, last week against Washington State, right? And if you go, you probably won't see it now because they edited and cut it. But if you watched it live, like, okay, they flag CU for like an audience time thing, wherever, with the music, because they played it when they were supposed to be in formation, which is a bull crap, right? Because you're in formation in the huddle, right? As soon as you're in the huddle, you line up in formation, then you walk to your formation to the line, right? To the line of scrimmage, right? So technically, you're not supposed to play music when someone's in the huddle, because that's when the play's being actually fucking told, right? If you watch that Oregon game, bro, every time, like when Oregon was barely up, I think it was kind of close. It was like 14-0 or something like that, and Washington trying to find themselves, and like they get into this little tempo set, and like they was playing the music hella loud, like playing music, right? And then right when they line up, they turn the music off, and the crowd was going crazy. Then they'll do it when their team has got the ball. They'll play the music a little bit, like, when they got the ball, but their crowd is quiet. You see what I'm saying? Because they're
yeah,
not screaming, right? So it doesn't seem obvious because they're playing the music on both sides, right?
right.
But the crowd is quiet. And I'm like, so that's how they doing it. I said, and they call it. I watched a bunch of games. They're all doing the shit. They all playing music. And I'm like, yo, wait, if they flag CU for that, talking about, formation interference, and you flagging them on the fucking music, pardon my language, why are you not calling it across the board? And it just kept going. But while they were doing that to Washington State, right, this is when they totally collapsed, bro. Their receiver was killing. He had like 100 and something yards, right? As soon as he got to, like, they was about to score and they got the ball, took over, and then the crowd started getting crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier. You just seen all that. And then I was watching the Florida State game. And then that same play they called on Cormani, that flag,
Yeah.
not Cormani, pardon me,
Oh, cool.
Stoudemire. No,
Stoudemire.
Stoudemire.
Stoudemire. Yeah.
Stoudemire, when you remember that the last drive, when when they threw the ball on the sideline and he put his hand right when the ball got there, but he didn't turn
Right.
around and look. Same play happened in the Florida State game, and they called it great defense.
Yeah, man, it's crazy
The same thing happened last night with
because he did turn around and look at the ball.
he turned and looked, but he got his hand there, like
Yep.
right where he's supposed to. If you can't, if you run with him and you grab him, you have to turn and look. But if he's in front of you and the ball's getting thrown at him, you could run towards him and put your hands like at him and go for the tackle, right? Or hit the ball out of his hands. You're supposed to do that. That's how. But they call that passing interference. The same thing happened last night in the pro game. Who played last night? Damn. A couple of plays that shit happened on defense. With the Bills, man, getting beat down with Tampa, right? Like, they call it a good defense. Like, I get it. Like, it's just so much politics behind it. I just really think that they should just really give these dudes a clean game to play. Quit trying to put their hands in the game so much. But just saying that, I'm just looking throughout the college football, and you just see that. And I was texting, man, stuff on Instagram, like, man, if this is CU, that would have been a PI. Like, you start to see the hypocrisy in the game. That
Right.
kind of turned me off from the game early, as a player too, dealing with personal life and then football politics and then team politics. And what I mean? That's a lot, you know what I'm saying?
And then
And then,
they called that penalty on Travis. Sometimes the receivers and the DBs they go at it. I mean, just let them play. It's not like they were fighting.
right,
I get it. He pushed them, but still.
right. That was a waste of flag. You know what I mean? Actually, it was a winning flag for
They
Stanford.
would have never called that back in the day.
You'll never see that. Man, back in it, what? Never. They'll have to
Nah, you
walk
would never.
away. Look, River Dion and Rising,
Yeah,
they
they were
they
going at it.
a flag was never thrown.
They were hitting each other upside the head.
Did you see any flags on that ground? No.
Nope, no
Like,
flags.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how DBs and receivers get down, because they're not really smacking each other every play. You see what I'm saying? They're not headbutting. I mean, they might jam tough or whatever, but the majority of the wideout play is that, and then that kind of stuff after the play. Like a little, all right, man,
And
it's over.
you see they friends to this day.
Right. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It was just in the game. You know what I'm saying? They friends to this day.
That was like that was something to put on Travis. Like, even you don't see it too much on the national highlights like Fox and all them. When Travis scored his first touchdown, right? And he went, you can see it on well off, and you see like how the flags come in because he went down, and like you probably know why they flagged him, because it looked like he was praying Islamic. Like, he went down with both knees, and he put his hands down, put his head down. Then he came up and he christened himself. And they flagged him. I'm like, bruh, are you that right? Like I said, they picking on people, and like they want to. It really wasn't about. It really was about Travis being flagged up too, because they want to make it seem like, Sebastian to play them. He's tired. He's getting flagged. He's getting beat. They didn't want to paint that image, but at the same time, like, I look at this stuff on different degrees, and like it ain't none of that what you plainly see. It's never what you plainly see. So, just understanding the politics behind how this is all looking, and what they don't want it to look like, and what people want to keep the look to look like. So, it's just that. And when you see a player getting flagged in the end zone for scoring because they down on their knees praying with their head down, and come up and catch 2 flags.
Oh,
Bro.
they called Travis on that.
Yes.
When he caught his touchdown, then he prayed a little bit.
Yes, they
called
flagged him.
They gave him a flag for that.
Yes, you don't see it on the
That's not celebrating. That's just praying.
right.
Fuck, man.
They called that what is it, extensive celebrating, and flagged him. He didn't nothing but went down, prayed, crossed up, christened himself, came up and caught 2 flags.
Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, if they do something wrong, I'm gonna call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that right there, like, he just came back from an injury, so he got a touchdown and he just prayed. That's not a flag. That's not excessive demonstration.
Well, they flagged him twice. You look back on the Willoff clip, it'll show you, because he got a good view of the touchdown. He got the end to end, and you could see like Travis down there, like, he scored. He just go in there. He go to the back of the corner. He ran to the corner. Really, where he ended up at. Then he dropped down, went to both knees. He put his hands by his side.
Wait, what was the official penalty on that? Was it taunting, or was it a
celebration? They call it
celebration. Yeah,
right.
It wasn't taunting. Big Worm.
No, it was celebration. Yeah, they gave him a celebration penalty. Yeah,
I like that penalty in the NFL. They call it excessive demonstration.
Because
you remember Ed Hockley?
Well, I'm trying to think. Was it Washington Redskins?
No, the referee Ed Hockley.
Oh no! Oh wait,
remember the buff referee?
The Monday. Oh yeah, the old school Sunday football buff
yeah,
one.
The buff
with
referee.
The black hair. Yeah, the old school, the Raider favorite.
He was like, he said, right now the penalty on the field we're examining, and then he said, after further review, we're going to give number 33 excessive demonstration. However, that will be offset.
Right.
He'll explain it.
However, it never be enforced on the spot of the foul. Hey, that's it with the black guy. I know.
I was at a Giants game one time, right? And this guy that was standing next to me, he was like, "Yo, this is gonna be a good game." I said, "Wow, what's going on?" He said, "Yo, Ed Hockley is down there," and I was like, "Ed Hockley." I looked. I said, "Okay, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be dope." And he did. He called it, and the crowd started booing. He said, "Hold on, I'm not done."
Right. Hey, he used to do all the AFC games, bro. Like, yeah, I know you talking about, bro. That's the rep. That was the rep, though. But we knew he was so janky, but he was smooth. But how though? He was like, this foul would be so the offset or the offset fouls. He always explained it. Yeah, I remember him, bro. He was like the first real buff ref. Now all the refs kind of buff, yo. Yeah, that was back in the day, man. But like, just knowing that, bro, like, it's gonna be so much to not really put too much on CU because it's like I'm still impressed with them winning 4 games. Like, bro, they should be on some bad news bears for real, for real. Like, and just to see them go out there, be able to really look like a team that could, like I said, it's tough to do that, man. With all these people coming from everywhere. And I mean, high school is even hard. In high school, junior college is it's even harder because people were there for like a year and then they gone. You know what I'm saying? 2 years maybe. So it's just it's very impressive to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't knock it, but them refs, man, they need to wear some glasses, or for real. Like, for real.
Yeah, man. I was like, man, and then they kept calling holding, and then the other team was holding on us. They didn't call it.
Bruh. Yeah,
I'm like, man.
the more you watch the game, the more you see them holds taking place, yo, because you always catching new
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
saw it. There was one big hold on McClendon.
man,
When McClendon had broke free, right? And he was
and,
headed to the quarterback, but the offensive lineman was right with him. He was holding him. You
right,
could
that
see his jersey being yanked. You could see
right,
it.
right. That was the last series, like towards the last series of the game. I'm talking about that when he rolled to the sideline and caught dude on a little 10-yard in, something like that. That replay. He McClendon, he's so short. It's kind of hard, I think, for the refs to really not well, to be forced to call it. It's easy for them to miss it because they tuck him behind him and then they put their arm over his shoulder. I've been seeing that, like they'll club him or he try to rip and then the guy just put him under his arm and then he'll hold him there. You know what I'm saying? That happens a lot with McClendon, I like McClendon. I like his poise. I like, what I'm saying, his attitude towards the game. I just wish he was probably like 2 inches taller with like 3 inches more in his reach.
Who's that?
McClendon.
He how tall is he? About 6'1", 6'2"?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Do he stand up mostly, right?
Uh,
See, that's where he needed
he
just
getting the sprint. You know what I'm saying? He not too good in the 3.7. He'd be all right, I think. But like,
what did he do at
I
Florida
see, I
State?
see
At
him.
Florida State, did he stand up mostly?
I'm not sure. I think he was a stand up because they ran like a lot of 3-4 with the two
Yeah,
outside backers. And he
yeah,
he
they
get
did.
down in 3 and 7s because they rover like playing rover. I was rover in college, so like, I feel it. But I was 6'5" though. I didn't have a height problem. I'm like got like a 6'8" wingspan, so I didn't really have like what he going through. But I could see what he going through because I had teammates going through that. Like, bro, just you know what I'm saying. But like, it's just he just a little too short in his reach to take on them tackles, bro. Like, I was 6'5". College they get big. They get like 6'6", 320 inch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you 6'1", 250, 260. You got like a 6'2" reach. Like this dude 6'6" with a 6'9" reach. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, 6'9" wingspan rather. Get a little tough because they can just put an arm on you and then fall. He be getting dead like that a lot. It could be a hole too if he pull away, but he gotta rip away from it, and he kind of short with the arm, so it don't look like a real hole like it's supposed to. Because some players, when they do that, you'll see a D lineman, they'll rip away, and you'll see their arm come down. You see what I'm saying? Him, he rip away, he kind of still under the lineman. So I'll be like, dang, I see that, but the rest want to see you get away from the lineman and him pulling you back with his arm. They want to see you do that. And with certain little motions, they can have hold you. It's like a line. It's like people like, what are you talking about? Like when you club rip, like you go with an uppercut, and then you straighten out your rip, right? If if your arm hella short and you rip under his armpit and he lock you and then he get you with the other hand and you pull away, he can hold you to him. If you got a
Michael Strahan used to he used to swim, but he used to do like a when
He'll
he
straighten
swim,
out
he'll take his left hand
and hit down.
and he'll get down and he'll shove the lineman.
Right, he'll dip, he'll rip, and then like if he get a hold on him, he'll hit him with it. He'll hit down on the elbow, on the
You
outside
know who was
elbow.
really good at that? You remember Jason Pierre-Paul?
Yeah, all them Giants was man
Dude,
cut.
man,
All them
he
dudes was something else.
yeah.
That was my. I would have been able like I was in college in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. So like Ray Lou, like LeVar Arrington, inspired me. If he was in college, I was in high school. I wore 11 my senior year just because LeVar was that dude. But like, yeah, man, them dudes, bro, them was freaks, bro. They was like 6'5", 6'3", 280. That's what I was putting. I'm like, that's my. I like Suggs because me and Suggs, I was figuring me to be like a Suggs, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was tall and I was getting that kind of size. And I was like, okay, and like just those kind of DNs, that's what you want. 6'5", 6'6", 6'4" can kind of be got that reach, but like 6'1" and 6'2" in the league, like in college, you can get away with it, but you got to be really explosive, and that's what I want to see. I don't see the explosiveness from him to get a lot of those holes. He can get them if he get a little bit more explosive and jab out of his rip and trying to get away from them blocks, but he'll jab and get stuck, right? And then he'll tussle and try to pull or try to chase, and it won't look so because he's not just getting the lineman off him. He did that shit a few times. I'm saying just straighten out the jab, straighten out the rip, bro. And nah, but Dominic and the other players, man, straight bear hugging from the back. But I don't see it. But UCLA offensive line is really suspect, yo, and their defensive line is really suspect to the run, bro. I really peeped that, yo. Like their nose, he doesn't take the traps as well as you would want someone for a run stop on your D line. Like he just gets centered and then the A's open up. So it's like I would really like see you running like tomorrow, bro. Like because
They definitely can they can run the ball. We're gonna see how they do. I would love to see what they're gonna do with this running game tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they're gonna run it because I saw how they were working Dylan in practice.
yeah,
So
they
they
got
definitely gonna be looking to run and throw in the flat and all that stuff.
right. They threw down. They shouldn't have put that out though. Like that, I would have kept secret. Like now, we already know. Who knows? He might not even line up out there this week. But like that I would have kept that little secret. Like
What
had
with
Dylan.
Dylan?
Yeah.
Well, they already know what he can do, but
Right. Right.
it's
That
just a
too.
matter how they're gonna use him.
Right.
Like Coach Prime said, you're gonna have to stop it. You probably know what we're gonna do, but you're gonna have to stop him.
Right.
They gonna get him. I would love to see him get some space in the flat and just take it home.
Yo, like that game one.
Man
I
is
think they're gonna be
fast.
pacing. If they pace like game one, yeah. Ain't nobody catching. He ran a 4-2 flat. The bro about to run a 4-1 out of his shoes. He only 19. He gonna run a 4-1, man. He only gonna get faster, bro. He's 19. He gonna get a little faster until he about 23, 24. He gonna max speed like 23, 24 years old. Bro, he run a 4-2 at 19. He faster than Dion. Well, I wouldn't say that because Dion never really tried to run. But like,
Dion was faster.
yeah, remember the myth back in the day? We thought he ran a 3.9.
I saw a documentary on that, and the late Bobby Bowden was talking. He's like, yeah, Dion went out there, part time and ran a little bit of track, right? And he beat the world class. He said he beat them world class sprinters.
He did. He ran a 10-2, man.
Yep, he
He
did.
ran a 10-2, bro. He almost ran a 9 something, bro. Bro, that's super fast.
He
People
ran a
don't understand.
4.2 something in the combine. It was a 4.2 something.
Not even trying, man. But
Yeah, man.
I remember I was like, what was in the 3rd grade, 4th grade, something like that. And we was like, nah, he ran a 4-1. Nah, he ran a 3.9. Nah, he ran a 4 flat. Like for
Yeah,
years.
he ain't running for a flat. That's like That's subhuman.
Right, but you know, when you in the fourth grade, you know, like you act like you
Yeah.
talking, you know, you talking like that. Maybe when you in college, like, nah, there's no way in the world he ran
Yeah,
for
we thought
3.9.
he was Superman when we was coming
Right,
up.
that's what I was saying. That was the myth. We thought he was Superman talking about 3.9. I'm like, man, he wasn't really. But yeah, he did run like a 4.1. I think 4.2 for sure. He could run that. He could have ran that 4.1. Cause who else ran at 4.1 like a few years ago? Somebody ran at
The
4.1.
only other player I could think of that was faster than Dion, obviously, was Chris Johnson.
Yeah, Chris was
He
fast.
set a combine record.
He hit a 4.21. Right?
Yeah, something like that. Chris Johnson.
Yeah, that's fast, bro.
And I don't know what Devin Hester ran, but he was pretty fast too. And also Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn Jr. was fast.
Yeah, Hester ran a 4.3. He didn't run a 4.2.
Yeah, 4.3. I think Ted Ginn ran the same.
Yeah, they ran 4.3 fast enough. I
Yeah, that's
clocked
fast enough.
4.8. Yeah, I was 230 when I did that, but I got bigger and went to 4.5. But
Yeah, man, that's pretty. That's like with Dion, that was just something that God has given him. That was just something that was just pure God-given ability for him to run like that.
Dion really walked on people in the NFL. Like literally, like it was like when I was young, we was young watching him do that, trying to crow hop and high step. Like he was doing that when people running full speed, bro.
They were running full speed, and he was like just at the 50-yard line. He started celebrating,
Leaving them, bro.
Yep.
That's when everybody was racing. Racing was a thing. Take your shoes off. We in the streets racing. Like, man, I'm like flow and like I remember in college, we had someone on our team run a 4 flat and like a 4 flat, but a 4.3 flat. And I wanted to race. I wanted to see what the speed looked like. I was a linebacker then. I was like 250. I was really like a 4.5. I was there a couple receivers, bro. And my man Brian took off, bro. He was I think he went state for Berkeley like in 2002 for Berkeley High in Oakland, Berkeley High in California. And when this dude took off, man, I swear I thought I seen fast, bro. I mean, this little dude, he was gone. I can imagine what 4.2 looked like. Oh my god,
Yeah,
bro.
Dion, man. It was like I never forget it was against the New York Giants. Bill Parcells was looking on, right? And you could tell by the look on his face, because the punter, because we were like, nah, it's no way he gonna punt to Dion, right? And then he didn't try to punt at him, but Dion ran it down and got the punt
And got
anyway.
it and took
Yeah,
it
he
back the
got
other
it
way.
anyway.
That was against the Eagles, right?
No,
Against the Eagles.
well, he did one against the Giants, and then he ran it back, and then he started high stepping at the 50-yard line. You could see Bill Parcells shaking his head, like, I
Oh
can't
yeah.
believe this.
Right. Can't kick it away from it. Kick it out of bounds, you idiot. Kick it out of bounds. Do not field that ball. That's prime time, baby. I swear, hey, I caught my first interception was in a Dion jersey, bro. A flag football game. I swear.
Yeah,
I never
everybody wanted 21. Everybody wanted that number,
man, that was the number. 21, 2-1. You know what I'm
21.
saying? I didn't really like Jerry Rice. I like receiver, but I didn't like offense. I like playing defense. Bitch, yeah, man, Dion, man, whole way, bro. Like I said,
Jerry Rice was a supreme route runner.
yeah, Rice. But see, Rice really like even at Rice like time. You had Joe Montana, you had Merton Haynes,
Merton Hanks, yeah.
who was the other lineman? I don't know why I would say Ken Norton. Wasn't Ken Norton there with the Niners?
Ken Norton.
Um, who that
He was
tight
on
end
the
they
40, he
had
was on the
Clark.
49ers.
Not Clark was a tight end was
Ken Norton
Clark.
Jr.
Yeah, they had Steve Young, and then Steve Young came in, and then
Yeah,
they had
Steve Young.
Garcia. This is
Garcia.
the 80s, though. Garcia, like 97, 2000, whatever. After no, Steve Young was 2000, I think. He was out of there. Then Garcia came like '05 or something and just destroyed the look with Garrison Hurst and all them. But, yeah, man, back in them days, man, it wasn't nobody but Dion, Mike Tyson, and Michael Jordan, and Michael Jackson. That's it. And MC Hammer. And who else? And Ice Cube and them. That was it for us. You know what I'm saying? And that, like I said, it's just
Yeah,
he
remember
still can.
we had the Dion shoes.
with his baseball, football shoes.
Yeah, people getting robbed for those shoes, man.
Man, he was getting janked for those. That's when he was in
you
minors.
you get robbed for your Deons.
You get robbed real quick for them Deons, them Griffies.
The Griffies. I still have them.
You still got the black and green Griffies?
Yeah, I got the OG pair. I know people trying to get me to sell them because they were like, we want to see. I'm like this. I remember when Foot Locker, it was like, it ain't no way you got them Griffies. I said, I do have them. And I went home and got them. And I came back because I had them in plastic. I said, nah, I still have them. And then I didn't show them the ones I had. I got dead stock because I didn't want to get robbed. I got a dead stock pair.
Oh, so yeah.
But I can't. The only reason why I don't wear them because I can't fit them because my feet grew. But yeah, I got a dead stock pair.
Yeah, see them things right there, them collectible items, them emblems, them heirlooms.
Yeah, those are worth some money. Those definitely worth some money because I never wore them. They dead stock.
Right. What was it, from the 90s or from the early 2000s?
90s.
Oh yeah. See, that's an heirloom, man.
I have I don't have a dead stock pair of Olympic Jordans because I wore them. I wore them about 4 times, but I got the original Olympic Jordans.
The Olympic ones with the
the OG
Air Force?
the OG Olympic Jordans.
The ones he wore in the 94 Olympics with the US?
92 Olympics.
92 Olympics with Bird and all them Bird, man.
Yep, because I got them in 92, right before the Olympics. Well, right when the Olympics came out, I got them. I got 2. I had, when they came out, I got 2 pair.
Them Mr. J's, like all them things, man, heirlooms, man, emblem, like people was dying over this. That's like,
yeah, man. I knew they were going to be worth something because Jordan. But then I had got into a house fire and about 5 pair of my Jordans burned up in a house fire. But the rest of my Jordans I kept at my aunt's house, so I was able to save them.
Wow.
I still have them to this day. But my Griffies, yeah, I got a dead stock pair. And I remember I went to Flight Club and I had them in my trunk. And it was like, ain't no way you got a dead stock pair. There's no way. And I also had a dead stock pair of the original Huaraches. And then, the Fab 5 ones.
What's that, like 80 something?
No, that's the 90s. The Fab 5s.
The Huaraches? You
remember what they wore? The Fab 5 wore?
Oh, you talking about
Chris
Mellon?
Yeah, Chris Webber and them. Webber. So I took them in the flight class. So I got them in my trunk. Y'all got to come out here and see them. I'm not bringing them in. And they was like, yo, dude, I'll buy these off you right now. I was like, nah, I just wanted you to see them. They was like, I'm willing to trade you anything in this store for those shoes right now.
Yeah, you talking about them? Oh, them was the shoes of the 80s, the early 90s. Like,
yep.
Them things, people probably like, what are you talking about? Them was like, what they tried to bring them back, but it was the fake ones. What was John Madden? Not John Madden, but Steve Madden. I think Steve Madden tried to come out with some wallaby like cons, like in the 2000s, but they fizzed. Yeah, you got some like those, all that stuff, man. People
back in the day, for those. Back in the day, like, see what happened was I had a lot of dead stock pair because I never really used to wear them. We used to rob people back in the day for them.
Right.
But nowadays you don't get robbed for them.
Right.
Ain't that crazy? Nowadays you don't. But back then, that was a reason why we wore knapsacks.
Hey, back. I wouldn't really agree with you on that because look, remember. Most we was paying for Forces and Griffies and all of this stuff was like $180, $200 right. At the most. These people, they paying 6-7 bands.
I know, man. My shoes is probably worth that much if I was to sell them, but I was getting a lot of quotes for them, but I'm like, I'm never gonna get these up. Never gonna give them up.
Do you understand appreciation rate on priceless heirlooms? Man.
Yeah, I'm never gonna give them up.
Understand? You looking at 3-4 decades. That's appreciation percentage a lot.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. Like my I got some jerseys that's older than everybody on this Colorado team.
Man, what you do?
My Namath jersey is older than them. Shit,
Get
my
it
name of jersey is older than me. It's older than me because my
get it
dad gave it to me.
right. Get that appraised. Get you something like a living trust and put the credits on it.
Yeah, I have it in
Hey,
I have it laminated and it's hanging on my wall. But
right.
yeah, he gave it to me. It's an original jersey from when he bought it, but I wasn't even born yet when he had it. And
That's
then
what.
became a Jets
Wow,
fan and he gave it to me.
bruh. I mean, you could keep it in the family. You could. I would. Then if you put it in the what you can do, you saw ways you can hold on to the bond certificate. I'll bond that and let the item flow. Do what the big boys do. Let it do what it do.
Yeah, that's something I'm probably like I'm never gonna sell it.
Look, you can bond it right in a certificate of ownership, like a trust or whatever,
Yeah.
and give it to a museum and let them hold it for you. People can come on, let's look at it.
Yeah, it's an original one. Like I said, I wasn't even born yet. He was like a teenager when he bought it.
Right.
So
Right. Go to the NFL museum and see what they do. It's
I
yours.
could, I mean, I could go there and show him.
Look,
Like,
that's a good idea. Chance. Bro, what are you
but you
talking
know what
about?
my whole thing was? I wanted to get it autographed.
Oh, that would have see. Oh, it's
Yeah, I
not
would have liked
autographed
to have
though.
got it autographed, but it's not gonna,
But still, if it was like a market jersey, it's still mad lifetimes long. You know what I'm saying? That's still something, you know what I'm saying? You still have to put a price on it. You know what I mean? It might not be museum worthy, but it might can grow to that one day. Who knows? But the whole
yeah.
point of that is that's the point of angle towards that.
That's pretty much all I have as far as collectibles. That's pretty much it. The only reason why the shoes haven't been worn because I can't wear them now because the shoes are too small. But
Right. I wouldn't wear it. And then you could go back to Nike and tell Nike, hey man, I got these old shoes. I want to make them a classic. Hey, you never know, bro. Hey man, you got stuff like that. Telling you, like some Griffies, a pair of Griffies that ain't falling in the dust right now, like
I
from
got a pair of
1995.
I got a pair of Barclays too with the strap.
Right, I remember you telling me that. Same thing with the Barclays, man. I'll tell you, you'd be amazed how many people don't have an original pair of Charles Barkley's. Besides, maybe Charles Barkley, he probably don't even have an original.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, be like Charles, man. Make your way to find your way to Charles. They signed this shoe, man. It's an original one of your shoes. I've been a fan this long. I've been holding on to this shoe since you was playing basketball, man.
Yeah, Charles was the man back then. Sir Charles, he was the
Hey,
man.
sir, right? I don't know how he did it by himself like that. You know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying? Because
pretty
he
much
did.
did it by himself. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. That's why he didn't win a championship.
Kevin Johnson was all right. Jason Kidd came, was trying to do some yada yada. But they was just beating up the Warriors at that time. You know what I'm saying? Mostly they was getting wins from the Warriors and the Lakers when they was weak, and like they really, like I said, that's when the West was boo boo in basketball. You see what I'm saying? Back in Jordan day, it was just because you had the Blazers, they was all right. Then Houston, they was all right. Then you had Phoenix, and then that was it.
Yeah, then you
Oh,
always
in
had
Utah, in Utah,
you had like the Knicks couldn't quite get over the hump.
yeah, they
You
just
remember when Jordan went to go play baseball, right?
right. And they still
And
couldn't do it.
Pippen took it over. You see what he did to the Knicks?
They
Just
dogged their
Pippen
self.
by himself. Oh my
Right,
God.
right.
Him and Tony Kukoc, they
Right.
killed the Knicks, man.
Him, Kukoc, Grant, Luke Longley.
Luke
But
Longley.
when they got seen Penny and Shaq though, they just couldn't do it. Shaq and Penny had too much for Pippen and them. I remember, and they was getting smoked. They got smoked I think they didn't win a game that series in Orlando. I think they got swept or something, right? Then they get swept. The
Who
Bulls,
who
Scotty
was
and them. When Scotty played Penny,
I don't think they got swept.
they didn't give him much, bro. I don't remember because I remember even Jordan got mad. I mean, he's saying this thing, but I remember too watching it. I'm like, bro, this ain't the Bulls. You see what I'm saying? Because like I was a Bulls fan. I'll stay right down. She's from the Warriors. My mom, Chicago, so she's going crazy for the Bulls. She from Chicago and she a Bulls fan. She root for the Warriors too, but she us being out there. But she a Bulls. But like, bro, when his dad died and all that shit was crazy. Like, bro, then he left. It was like, what? The whole country was like, what just happened? Then Pippen, we always go by. Then Penny, and then they gonna get dogged by Hakeem, and then Hakeem just leaves. That was a crazy year, bro. Wasn't that a crazy year though? Man, like you would expect Hakeem to like at least stick around after you finally win one, but as soon as they beat Penny and Shaq, it was Penny, Shaq. Who else? They had I think they had Grant went to them too, right? I think Grant from Chicago went there, and then they went to Houston and they got rolled to Houston. Shaq and them got rolled to Houston. That's what happened. I'm tripping. That was a sweep. Wasn't that the sweep right there when they played Houston in the finals? Max, my own or what? Hello?
Oh shoot, sorry about that.
Oh, I thought so. I'm like, what the world?
Man, I had my other microphone on mute.
I
I
didn't
was
know
like,
what was going
hello,
on.
hello. I was like, damn, I thought my microphone went out.
Yeah, somebody put Grant was over there. Yeah, that's what I remember because Grant left.
You
Grant left.
grew up you said you grew up in LA, right?
No, I grew up in Oakland.
Oh, you grew up in Oakland. Okay. So
Yeah, that's like 5 hours away, 4 hours away from LA.
you went to all the Warriors games.
Well, I didn't go to all the Warriors games.
Man, I would have
I
loved to
stayed
went to
down the
those
street.
back in the day, man. Damn.
Man, nah. I mean, like when I met Latrell Sprewell when I was in the 8th grade. Like he did like a little dare thing, and I got to hoop against him
That's
and all
when
that.
Latrell was there. How about Mullen? Mullen was there too.
Yeah. Chris
Yeah,
Mullin, Tim Hardaway, him.
yeah, they were rolling back then.
What was that tall African dude name?
Oh,
Dang Lang. Good God, I forget his name. The center.
oh, you talking about
Oh,
that wasn't Manu Bowl, was it?
nah. Manute Bol played for the Hawks.
Yeah. He played for them and he played for Washington.
Right. And he
Yeah,
didn't play for the Warriors.
he died out here not too far from where I live at.
I thought Manute Bol passed away.
Yeah, he passed away.
I didn't know. I'm
Yeah.
seeing that.
He died
Houston
out there
definitely.
near University of Virginia. He was living out there.
Oh wow. Don't he have a son playing too right now?
Yeah, Bowl.
Right. That's interesting. I didn't know. I didn't. Well, that's
Yeah,
interesting. That's life.
his youngest son played Bowl. Yeah.
But yeah, that was It wasn't like, and I used to go through this boys and girls. It was funny you say that too. I used to go through this boys and girls club, but we used to get free tickets to the Warriors games. And like I wouldn't go to the Warriors game. I watch it. Like I would just predict the Warrior game. Like I'm like I don't want to go. I'm just, at that point I don't know. I was like a little I don't know. Just I don't know. I had a good instinct for like that's
Yeah,
seeing outcome.
I would have loved to go to one of them Lakers games back in the day, man. I seen mostly everybody play. I remember when the Lakers came to play on the Knicks. My dad took me to go see that.
Right. That was the game. Those was the games back in the day. But like in the eight, I'm nowhere near LA. Like it'd take me like
Yeah, you about 5
5 hours.
hours, right? Yeah, you about 5 hours, but
Yeah, I wouldn't. I did stay in LA, and I went to when I was older. Like I stayed in LA for like 16 years. And I went to a bunch of Laker games, Staples Center. Not at the Forum though, but at the
I'm about
Staples
to say,
Center.
did you go to that at the Forum?
Yeah, no, I didn't go to the Forum. I
Yeah,
went
I
to
would
the
have
Staples
loved to
Center.
go to one of them games, man.
The Forum. It's at the Forum. Is the Forum right in the middle of the hood though? Like right
Yeah,
in the
I
middle of.
heard that. Mm-hmm.
It's like how they say Mammoth is like how whatever Mammoth Park is like, like or what else is over there? Like I don't know some of these Coast Gulfstream and some stuff like that. To Hallelujah Park if you like in racing and all that, but it's like in the hood, like it's Inglewood, like right in the middle of Bloods everywhere. It's crazy, but yeah, the Forum man,
Yeah,
they shut it down.
I only seen Magic play once live. I only seen him play once. My dad took me to that, and I seen Kobe play twice when
I
he
seen
came
Kobe.
to New York.
I watched Kobe in playoff games, regular season games, him and Gasol, Ariza, like in 2006 and 7 and all that. I was at all them games. When they beat the Mavs, when they beat Nowitzki, when last time, it wasn't the last time, but championship, when he won the last championship, when they beat the Mavs,
Yeah,
I was there. Well, not in the playoffs, I was like 2 times later, beat the Mavs. Then, like the last season game, they played,
and
like,
he played.
and then they played me. I was a bunch of Mavs games. They always playing Mavs in the playoffs back then. So, Celtic
No,
game, I went to a couple Celtic games. Lipton is crazy.
everybody telling me it looked like Denver might take it again this year.
Denver looking tough, man. I'm a Warrior fan when it comes to that though. But yeah, Denver looking good, man. Denver looking. I think the Warriors got some bigs to outrun Joker, man. I think they gonna get. I think they gonna just get them bigs to run Denver a little bit. They looking good. Yeah, they looking real good because dude, 7 foot, man. He he good on his feet, pass, board. He like a football player.
With Joker,
Yeah, Jokic is something else, man.
yeah,
He's
he
something else.
is.
It's something else. And it's a bunch of them like that over on the other side of the world, man. Like Jokic, what we about to see in the NBA is in like what we seeing at the border, yo. It's
I,
about to be
I like how he can shoot the three, but he can also go old school too and go in the paint
right.
if
All
he
of that.
need to.
If he
Yeah, he
need to,
definitely go old school on you.
right. When you take over mode, hey, get down in there. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to hurry up. They're not pressing you. You take over. But
I don't know how they gonna handle that dude in Dallas though.
you talking about San Antonio?
Yeah, San Antonio. I don't know how they gonna handle this dude, man.
We're beyond, but man, that's something I ain't never. That's a
That's
Space
something
Jam
else, man.
character.
He can actually play. To be that tall, he can play.
He from Mars or something. He from Space Jam movies.
I
That is
don't know
not a
how
real
you.
human.
I don't know. He had the nerve to show up to the game in black Air Forces, dog.
This
He meant
dude,
business.
he
He had
is in
look.
space.
He had the same stats that Tim Duncan had when he first played this game. The same stats.
It's crazy. I seen him on 6'9", 15. I'm like,
Yeah,
wow, bro.
he had the
Bang a
same
couple of
stats.
three with threes, and just killed it inside. Like he's 7'5", bro. That you know how big. Like I'm 6'5", like solid. Like 7 foot is kind of cool to me, but like 7'5", bro.
And
That's
Shaq is 7'2", right?
yeah, like 7'1", 7'2", somewhere
Yeah,
up in there.
Shaq is 7'2", and he's towering over Shaq. This is crazy.
And can shoot and dribble and move. When he got them 2 blocks tonight back to back, he came back in bounds so quick. And when I seen him stretching and doing his stretches when he was working out for the offseason, I said, oh, this dude doing pretty good. He might be all right because, stretching gives you speed and strength. So, and mobility and all that. People don't know if you stretch, you get strong. That's
The
one of
only
the keys
thing
to getting
with him
strong.
is the only thing with him is can his ankles and his knees take those 82 games?
Right. Because he's
That's
so
all the
big.
big guys. They had problems with their knees and ankles. That's what happened to Ralph Sampson.
Right.
Ralph Sampson was his height. Ralph Sampson was like what 7'3" or
Right.
no?
Christian Leitner, him, Manute Bow, Matumbo was pretty big like that, 7'3", something like that.
Yeah, Ralph Sampson was his height. Ralph Sampson was he's 7'4". So and Ralph Sampson didn't play because he had knee problems and stuff.
But he had like he was from like Yugoslavia or something like that.
Ralph Sampson?
Right, you talking about the
No,
other
he old school back in the day. He from the States.
not the other guy played for Dallas. What was his name? The other one,
Uh,
the other that just was playing like during COVID. I forget he's from like Russia or something. He's like 7'3".
I forget
Seven.
his name.
He the one who kept blocking and dunking on Dwight Howard. Um, I forget his name too. He was playing for Dallas for a couple of years, but he was the one I think put put Howard out the league. He just kept dunking on him and blocking him and dunking him and blocking. He blocked him like 3 times in a row. And it's like, yo. But yeah, them guys that big, yo, it is so big. I think that's what he's going through too, like feet
That's what happened.
problems.
That's what happened with Yao Ming.
Right, Yao
His
Ming,
feet.
like
Yeah.
feet, toes. Like I
Yeah, the
think them
82 games is brutal for if you that tall.
anybody, period.
Anybody, yeah.
Man, people don't look like you'll get tired going to basketball games before they get tired of playing them. That's crazy.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And that's
It's
like,
funny to watch him dunk. It's funny because he could be in the middle of traffic and he just like he don't even have to jump. It's crazy.
bro is a moving dunking. He's moving like he's not even. He's moving. He's playing old school basketball when you didn't have to jump when everything was a free throw shot.
Yep.
Remember, people don't know like the first jump, like jumpers was on the ground. Like that's how they teach you how to practice. You don't jump, but like he
Yeah,
don't
but
gotta do none of that.
what's cold about it is he can shoot a three. That's cold, man. That's
Right.
almost not fair.
It ain't fair, and it would be worse if he can like get his arch up and get his elbow more like a jump shot. He just shooting. He not. He don't got no form with his jumper. That thing just looks bogus. Like I don't know his game jumper maybe different from his warm up jumper, but
I think it's just because he's just so tall. He's just lanky. That's just how he shoot.
it could be that. I that's that like, when he get like he's so like undeveloped right now, and this is raw massive talent. This is like when he's get like
Stronger.
not just stronger, but like when he get the mechanics right, and he really go out there with like a purpose, and like he know how to like okay, like this is my signature. This is where I'm good at. You're not playing me this way. I'm going here all night. When he get to that mindset, like you feel me, like that's when he gonna be. Right now, he like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? When he get out there, like this is my spot. I'm getting here every game. I'm shooting 10. I'm going over there. I'm shooting these perfect like this. When he go and shoot his practice shots in the game, that's when you know he on fire. Like that's when you know he there. Right now, he got two different form shots. He got a game shot that looked crazy, and then he got a warm up jumper that looked more formed. So like when he get more routine behind him, you about to see a 7'5" KD, bro.
It's funny, man. He near the basket. It's going in because he's going for that dunk, and it's going in.
He he dunked on dude from Miami so ridiculously. All dude could do was turn around and look like he just seen
Yeah,
a clown. Like he's like, yo,
yeah. He just turned around and just like shook his head. Like I can't. How you gonna block that? You can't.
you can't. They
You
gave
just hope
him,
that he miss it. You just hope he miss, but he's not gonna miss.
bro. He could probably pick your whole back up with one hand, bro. This dude is not missing the dunk, yo.
They got another guy. I think he's in Africa, man. He's like 7. He's like 7'8".
Yeah, he's
But I
giants.
don't think he's gonna play. He's too slow, man. But it's funny. He don't even have to jump to dunk it. It's hilarious.
Oh, I think the chubby guy that one he
He
kept
is
doing
kind of
like,
chubby, but he's like I
yeah,
forget
nah,
he
you
in
know,
South Africa somewhere. I can't
yeah,
remember.
nah, he just a giant.
Yeah,
You
he
just
just
hold the door. Yeah, he not he not the messenger. Go run this message down or be white out. He not that one. But Wembenyama, ooh wee,
yeah, man. He can shoot, man.
and Giannis, like we about to really see a wave of this coming to the NBA. Like, and it's about to be like Space Jam because they gonna get all these 7'2" players, 7'3" players that can shoot and dribble, and it's about to be like that in the league, yo. Because you see, we did the Clay and what's the other guy name? They small forward Clay Thompson. Goddamn Wiggins. I don't know why I drew a blank. Wiggins. He pattered Wiggins back to back, smacked Clay around. Get it out of here. Shooting over him, dunked all over Steph. Like, yo, this dude is making them look like amateurs because he's too big, yo. Is this when you get a couple like let's get 10 more uh um Antetokounmpos and a couple more of this and like 5 or 6 more Jokic and some other little and then what's the guy from the Lakers, the Japanese brother? He kind of tall too. this league about to get humongous with some Space Jam like talent, yo. It's about to get really big. I think your mic cut out again, bro. You there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, yeah, but yeah. I don't mean keep. I think it's be running off some
They
time. Don't mind me.
they they getting taller, but man, I think Wembanyama is probably going to be like the tallest. That's probably going to be the tallest you'll see, man. Because what's his name is overseas now. What's his name that played with Boston? I don't know why he not in the league.
Oh yeah.
He got skills.
What happened to him, man? The one
I
that had
don't
the
know.
funniest looking free throw shot I ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
What was his name?
Taco Fall.
Yeah, Taco. Yeah, Taco Fall, the real dark
Yeah,
skin
he
brother.
actually can play. I don't know. I don't know what happened with him. He actually can play.
He probably to me, for some reason, it seemed like he didn't really want to play basketball. I think he was just playing because he was just so big and they would play basketball, Like I like playing basketball, but I don't love playing basketball. I love playing football. Let's go. But I like playing. And people used to be like, man, play basketball. I'm like, I really want to play hoop, bro. And I played high school, played varsity and all that, lost twice in championship. My sophomore year, we won state, but I didn't really want to play, bro. And I look at him and I feel like I'm looking at me too. I'm like, man, seems like he feeling the same way as I feel about hoop. Like he didn't really want to play and he just being forced to play because he hecka tall. Like, players get done like that sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes they
especially
fall in love with it. Right, they're gonna make it, bro. You're not about to walk around like that and not somebody tell you, bro, you about to play hoop, bro. You just too. And sometimes, go ahead.
He definitely can play though, Taco. He can play. I just don't know what happened. He's still playing though. He's playing overseas.
Oh, he probably got homesick or rather not. It could be a multitude of things. I just kind of got in there.
I know he got hurt and then he was rehabbing, but yeah, he's overseas now.
Yeah, he huge. He probably did go back for a little while and come back. Probably went on a free agent or something like that. Training roster or something like that. Who knows? But like I said, I just get that vibe from him because he's so immature at it. He was so young at it. He was just like just getting into it and like it's a lot. Sometimes it could be discouraging. And I don't really think he
I
really
know what I
wanted to
wanted
play.
to say to you. They gonna have the flag football in the Olympics.
Right, I heard about that, but that's like, huh? Like that's not football.
That's the next Olympics, right?
I think so. But
yeah, they're gonna have flag football.
I get it, but like football is not really a national. I guess I think they're trying to make it either a national sport, like a real global sport, because not many countries play football, like American football. And then like it's like you just came with a Jamaican bobsled team.
I know Travis Hunter was talking about it. He was naming the team that he want to be starting on that. He named himself in it as well.
Oh, so okay.
The Olympic team.
That's what I was about to say too. Like, what kind of athletes are playing in this? Because across the world, like,
well, for us, we can have our NFL guys can go.
Right, and that's gonna be like, it's like so our best NFL players are going to like go through like flag football tournaments to see who's the best flag football player to play for the U.S. against whatever other country has the same process for players going through
It's
their
going to be
country.
a spectacle to see, though.
Bruh, could you imagine Ray Lewis going against somebody who works at London's McDonald's, bruh?
They're gonna have what's his name? They're gonna because he was like, who the quarterback gonna be? It's gonna be the guy. What's his name? From the Chiefs. Like bring
Kelsey?
him. I don't know. What's that?
Kelsey? Travis Kelsey?
Oh yeah. Well, no, on the quarterback.
Oh, Holmes? Oh, bro.
I don't think he'll do it though.
Yeah, that's like he might. You never know.
Then again, he might. Yeah.
Yeah, you talking about Olympics? But I'd rather see a football Olympic. Like, what would you? But see, again, in order to get football, they had to learn flags. So this would be a good way to introduce the world to football. That's the only way I'm looking at it because they want to
tried to do it before. Remember we had NFL Europe.
Mm-hmm.
They tried
that. Yeah. They shouldn't have started off in Europe. They should have started off like in South America and Mexico and like Mexico, Argentina, like kept it fully and made it like because believe it or not, Mexico got their own little football thing going on down there. They got a
Mexico. Yeah.
yeah, they got a whole little man, like you know what I'm saying, like American football, like contact. So I think if they would have started here and like got like a real like American football, like the whole North, Central, and South, and then went because we could have it would have broadcast because you gonna get people who watch football. You go to England, like even some our Mexican brothers, they watch soccer and they watch American football. Like a lot of football fans, or que pasa mono, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why not start here? You see what I'm saying? They messed up. They want to go to England and Europe, where it's like you trying to get them a football player to watch hockey. Like I'm not watching hockey ever. I don't care how many games you play over here. I'm about to watch football. They watching soccer. They're not about to watch American football until you get this all over here, and then probably get like Spain get a team because Spain they went that way because this Spain got one, then France gonna want one, then France want one, France got one, then Germany and Norway gonna want theirs, and they got a football team, and then England would have got theirs because they gonna feel left out. See, they need to talk to me about this kind of stuff. I don't know who they talking to because they planet is ridiculously horrible, bro. Why would you go to? I say the same. That's what I was saying about the whole Europe football. Like, why would you do that? Like, they can't, they actually they despise it because it's from here. I don't know, man. Pardon me. I didn't mean to just rumble off, So I just, sometimes I just get to talking, man. But nah, man, that was bad marketing move, man. Completely destructing. Right? But let's think about it, Max. Come on. You already got most of these NFL franchises. Like, don't even talk about Dallas. Who do you think are Dallas fans, bro?
Yeah.
The majority
Dallas,
is
I mean, like Texas is huge, so they got outsiders too,
right.
outside the other neighboring cities.
Right, but okay, the Raiders, Chargers, especially the Raiders, man. The Raiders, they just pretty much that's just Mexico's team, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Raider jerseys, Raider Nation, in LA, Ice Cube and all them. And then their quarterback winning, he was que pasa mono, de donde eres, de Mexico, tóquele, agarra mono, bueno. So they out there, and I'm in California, so I already know. Like I
So
went.
they diehard Raiders fans out there.
They Raider fans, Niner fans, Pumas fans, Chivas fans, Guadalajara fans, Guatemala fans. All of the teams in Guatemala down south. Like, I mean, they like football, soccer, basketball. Everybody loved Kobe Bryant back in the day. Kobe Bryant. That's all you used to hear. They got Laker jersey on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how it is on the East Coast. West Coast is a little different. Like you see, like, they play the soccer games, and then you hear them playing the Laker games. Like, hear them playing the Raider football games. But they definitely repping, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, they should have marketed it that first. But of course, they don't want to have that because I guess they don't want to develop the central part of the America still, because why not help Mexico? But anyway,
Yeah,
years and years of beef. I don't want to get into politics or wars and stuff. That's a
yeah,
whole another room.
that's a whole nother lane.
Right.
UCLA tomorrow, man. UCLA, that's gonna be big, man.
But that's gonna be this. I think this is going to be the beginning of what we're getting ready to really see what this team could do.
Yeah,
No, there's no. This is more perfect than it could ever really be. Really, like everything. Like, no matter how you look at the story, the season, but like the bye week, the team was kind of they got to learn themselves. They got to believe in themselves. They had to trust the belief. And I like how Prime started off with belief. I wonder how you're gonna start off this second half of the season with his next, his slogan gonna be, or his pitch rather, or his affirmation rather, would it be for this half of the season, because they had to believe they could play. like really, like a lot of them play, different divisions, but same combo, different, teams or whatever. But a lot of them probably doubted they could even snap the ball off right together. You know what I'm saying? And now having that much, that's like they almost played. I think you said last time I talked to you, it's like they almost played a season and went through a season, and now they get to come back as veterans or returners. You said they could look at it like that almost too, because they got experience with what they needed. Now they can work their kinks out, get along, work out, talk, communicate, get better, and get them injuries out the way. Like from people who were injured before the season started and that was still hurt.
Right.
Everybody, that's big, bro. Because now everybody who people was talking about and getting excited about is pretty much now in shape and ready to go. Like
Yep.
everything, like the pistols loaded. Like, yo, that's heavy. And they got a foundation. They laid it. They like, hey, we 4-3. Hey, what y'all want to do?
Yeah, let's get it.
We could lose out or we could win everything.
Yep.
Like, hey,
Take it
hey,
one game at a time.
hey, hey. Hey, what you talking about? It's looking real, and like everybody ready. So and they
That's
can
right. Or can we get to see the team we saw healthy?
everybody else. But see, no, because TCU, Alton wasn't healthy. A couple other players. I want to say Ward, but I think he was healthy. Ellis
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
healthy. The
and
other
what's it?
DB number 8 wasn't healthy. A lot of players wasn't healthy.
Yes,
TCU.
Slusher wasn't healthy either, was he?
Slusher got he might not have been, but he still played, but he
He
didn't
still
play
play,
after that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you got a lot going on TCU now. It ain't like, we looking better than this TCU with more confidence, more knowing, sounder team, and a team that know the playbook finally by now. They should know. They should have a really good understanding of what's going on. And hey, it's the 7th, 8th game of the season, 9th game, week 9. You at this time, and like high school, this is done. You're done. Like you're finishing. Like not in college. You halfway. So you priming right now. You see what I'm saying? As if you play a lot of these games, so they still peaking. You don't really
Yeah,
be
they
like
peaking. I had said that for the season. Right around this time, they're going to start peaking, and we're going to start to see them do a lot better. Because, like I said, they were put together. It take them a little while to gel. This is when right around the time where they start peaking, and you're going to see them. That's why people might be surprised, like, "Damn, how this team playing like this?" I'm like, they're peaking,
right.
and they
Get
got a wake
activated.
up call the last game. That's all.
Right. You can't don't think you got the bag till you get to the house. So, you
Yeah,
know,
they definitely. I'm telling you, they definitely going to come out as a better. They definitely going to come out. They're gonna do good tomorrow. Definitely is. I'm not
it's
worried about Shador. I just he just got to keep the sacks down. That's about it.
what I hope, truthfully, all to the left. I hope they keep it honest. Okay, now they should be able to Cadillac this thing because, of course, it was a big push on the number 1 quarterback, right? Shador still after the fight. He didn't even play a week, son. He didn't even play. I mean, you got a week extra on these dudes.
Wait, hold up. Who is number 7? Ken. That's Silman
That's
Craig.
Cal. That's Craig.
He hurt.
Craig playing free safety tomorrow.
Yeah, I thought he was back 100%. He should be right. I don't
Yeah,
know the status on him.
that's what Flea said today. If you watch the
I didn't
pregame,
watch.
if you watch the pregame show with Mealy and the other ones, he Flea telling you, yeah, he telling you he playing free safety. Carmani
Oh, okay.
starting.
He playing free safety.
Right.
What Slusher is?
No, Cam is
Oh,
playing
Cam.
free.
I'm okay. Cam playing
Cam
free
playing
safety.
free.
Okay.
Slush going back to his spot, and I think they want to wiggle in Travis J behind Woods.
Oh
And
man, I ain't worried about that team tomorrow.
that's
I'm
what
not.
I'm saying.
I'm not
Duh.
worried about him.
He gonna have Travis J. Now Travis J. right now he got an Oregon game. He showed, hey, he could play. He was a little rusty. He ain't played the minute he hurt. He probably a little timid, whatever. But he a little timid to me. But he like he's doing one more play. You know what I'm saying? Give him one more play. He just get to the game, I'll get him blow it out. Don't think,
Knocking the rust out,
man,
right?
that boy could play. So him and Slusher out there and Woods, in that middle, bro, you can
Yeah,
run three down
definitely.
linemen. You can run three down linemen. You can run three down linemen, man. You got those boys in the middle. Then you
Oh,
got
that's right. That's right. Sir Cam. Yeah. Cam did hurt his shoulder. That's right. I remember I thought it was a stinger at first, but then yeah, he did get banged up a little bit. Okay.
yeah, he
He's
was hurt.
solid though. He's solid.
He was hurt before that. He was hurt. He was wearing that yellow jersey 2 weeks before that.
Oh,
That stinker he got ASU game. He was hurt for a while. He been playing through I think he got a little nagging injury, a little chronic, little shoulder pain. You know what I mean? He gonna play
yeah, I
through
like
it.
the fact that he's always at the ball too. He's not afraid to hit.
That little man come. He could have got a pick that ASU game, but he wanted the big. He wanted the big hit. He should have went for the pick. He wouldn't have hurt his shoulder, but he wanted to get that big hit stick. But hey, he boom. Him and Ward be boom. Ward a little though, but he boom. He know how to boom right.
Yeah, we got some safeties that can hit, man. I love that. That's old school.
Yeah,
Shiloh.
Shiloh come down, boom. They all coming downhill, booming, and they flat and right. So,
Yep.
but like what I'm trying to say is like Shador, man, they don't get so crazy with the pass plays, man. Let that run game, because I seen UCLA. They middle their defense ain't as strong as everybody think. They outsides they cover the contain, but them A gaps look open. And Prime like running up the A gaps, and Austin like zoo, get a stiff arm out of there. It's looking like I like Alton tomorrow, man. But Costello, man, I like him tomorrow. He gonna start tomorrow too. He's starting. He's still starting running back from last week. They didn't take him off from starting, so he's starting. He's gonna be a starting role. I hope he get at least 10, 15, 20. Be great, you know.
Who? Alton?
Yeah, Alton. He's
Yeah.
starting tomorrow. Alton starting tomorrow. Everybody's starting. Kamani starting tomorrow. Slush, Craig, Trav, Shallow. Then they're gonna rotate how they gonna rotate. And then Woods. But I'd rather see Juju and Woods. That's just too much brain. Him and Woods right there. But I kind of quit. I mean, I think Juju had a messed up game against Oregon because he didn't get a tackle though. He had 0 tackles Oregon. But I think he had something going on. Or he might not have really fully understood what was going on with the defense. And like he got his head right. I think him and Woods right there, I could trust that, man. That's mad defense, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Shador don't have to look to pass so much, man. They should really run that rock and hold the ball as much as they can. And, rock them to sleep and don't get rocked to sleep tomorrow. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because they ain't catch this man 2,400 yards. He like third still in touchdowns, second in touchdowns. Pass percentage can only go up if he go 18 for 24 with 360 yards. He good with 4 touchdowns. That's a good stat.
With
You
Shador.
can, yes, he could do that. He could do that all day. He could look, instead of looking for him going 11 for 18 in the first or 11 for 20 in the first half and 11 for 20 in the second half, man, look for 18 to 24 game and let that ball go. Run 40 plays, man. Run 40 run plays, about 25 pass plays.
And I like the fact that he's not afraid to run it if he have to.
Take off, run some, write some plays for him to do that. That's what
Yep.
UCLA use. They do the quarterback option, but they do a quarterback sprint option. So it's like he out of there. He not even
Oh yeah, he gonna be out of there. If he can do it, he gonna be out of there.
right. You know what I'm saying? They can do the sprint option, but they gotta look out for that too tomorrow. UC gotta look out for the sprint option. They do a lot of reaches too. So they do a lot of stretch plays. So you know. But I like CU on the reaches because they don't really get pushed around on the reach. They get like a lot of dive plays. Like they kind of like because they get they get blocked and then they don't get off the block and make the tackle. But reaching, it's easier when they reaching down and then you could just scrape. You see what I'm saying? So scraping, I mean, you know what I mean by scraping, right? Scrape behind the ball, you can follow the ball. So they just get on their scrape lanes and this play contain. They could, but they gotta watch the contain because you see LA running backs like because like when you reach block, you giving the running back an option to take A, B, C, whatever a gap opens. So they gotta really hold the gap. I like them holding the gaps. Cokes hold the gaps well. But Clemson, I don't see him really getting too much out of gap contain. I think he might be able to hold his contain and like really develop a lot of those reach plays to where they don't really get too far. And of course, Shallow and Craig stepping up. And I don't see them really getting outside edge because, well, that's gonna be their work tomorrow to get outside edge and like look for play action rollouts, stuff like that. And to break Travis on the edge, he cutting sweeps. Like you're not
Did
gonna
they
really
say on a pregame show who was starting though? They said that.
uh yeah, that's the starting team.
Oh,
First
they
team
they,
all
they
week.
said that's the starting team.
First team, yeah. Well, it's in the I said the lineup, but first team, if first team all week.
Oh,
Carmani,
first team. Oh, we okay.
yeah. First, the people who been on first team was pretty much the people who gonna start. Like the games. Like if the starters is on first team, so
Yeah,
Carmani
and I
on
like
first
how
team.
they got enough people. They're deep, or they got enough people to rotate,
They
and
got.
they should be all right. I'm not worried about this team tomorrow.
I'm just worried about the plays being, football plays, not trying to just, force, things we don't have to, besides run. You got to force the run plays, but everything else shouldn't be a force. Surprise them. I would love to see them to surprise UCLA on some pass plays tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, and just let them know they're running the ball and they run the ball and actually do that. That's what I want to really see. Everything else, it's like you proved it already. You know what I'm saying? The next proof of the matter is you being able to surprise them on the pass and dominate them on the run. Like that's the next step. Yeah,
Definitely.
you know what I'm saying? Then bowl game talking. Until then, they got to get that right.
Yep. Yeah, they definitely would do it. But man, it was good talking to you. I'm definitely gonna be back on after the game tomorrow.
Oh yeah, for Shosky.
Yeah, I'll definitely talk to you then.
Most indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed,
man,
bro.
good talking to you. Yeah, I think right after the game that I'll listen to the post game, then I'll come on.
Indeed, indeed.
All
It's a
right.
thing. It's a thing. About being on. I'll catch you tomorrow.
All right, I'll catch you tomorrow.
Let's go bus. All right, Max.
All right now.
All right, peace.
All right, El Hombre. I'll definitely see if you on tomorrow. We'll see what's happening. We'll yeah, I'll come on after the game. So that'll be a good one. Who's airing the game? Is it ESPN? Let me take a look. Who's airing the oh, okay, I see. All right, cool. So ESPN, okay. Cool. All right. ESPN is at oh wow, okay. That's perfect. It's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, that's perfect for me. I get to do all I gotta do tomorrow. And then it's a late, well, it's a semi-late game for me. That's pretty good. So I get to run around tomorrow. All right. That's what's up. Yeah, ESPN. And then that's UCLA's homecoming game. And then the next game next week is at home, but that's a really late game. That's at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So they get back with another late game. And I believe that's the homecoming for them. Yeah, it is. And that's a late game. Oregon State, right? Yeah, it's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wow. And let me see who's covering that. Oh, Fubu Sports. Okay. I think a network might pick it up. We'll see. They might pick that game up. Damn. Okay. Yeah, that's a late game. All right. Well, we'll see what happened tomorrow, y'all. Yeah, man. So I could come back and brag to El Hombre right here. I'll make sure you're around because I'll be looking for you. So yeah, man. I'll catch you guys later, man. Good talking to y'all once again. And yeah, man, I'll be around at some point. I think who's going to the game tomorrow? Life and Football. He said he gonna get there in the morning. So I'm gonna be looking for his coverage. He get there in the morning, so I'm gonna look for his coverage and stuff like that. I'm not sure. Is Chico going out there? I'm not sure. I gotta check his page to see if he's going out there. I know Life and Football, he's going. He got the press tickets. That's awesome. He got them press tickets. He's gonna be right on the field. Man, what's better than that, yo? He's gonna be at the Rose Bowl on the field. That's what's up. Definitely gonna be catching. I'm gonna follow him tomorrow. But all right, y'all. I'll catch y'all later.